Topic.
Oh well, we're in now. We're in. Hey y'all, surprise! They're talking about. I know this ain't who I think it is popping up. It's me, the one and only, popping in. I know it's been a long time. It's been a long time. You know, I had to get some stuff together though. It's been a long time. You know,
Okay.
y'all used to read me down about my computer. Y'all used to talk about my internet and stuff like that, but it was really the computer. So I had to get some stuff together,
That's good.
come into the new year, and get it together. Girl, could I get a drink? Y'all around here drinking? Could I get something to
Oh
drink?
What you
God.
want?
Pour this over drink, please.
Could I get a little of that Crown Peach? A little bit of that. I said peach.
Excuse me. The bartender.
Tell her product.
Oh, I need some ice.
She's asking for too much.
Okay.
She did this before the
You supposed to
live.
have this before the live
Somebody's
start.
talking about that background better than the fungus wall. I'm sorry, y'all. Let
The
me go.
fungus wall.
Yeah, because you know I had a different background for when we go live. All right,
Like fungus.
it didn't look like bitch. It did not look like fungus. Okay, could I get a little bit of Sprite, please?
Yeah.
Girl.
We
Yeah.
been out
Where's
there.
the little boy at?
Okay, where's the server? Where's the server?
Not y'all get here together. What's going on, y'all, over there on Meech channel?
Yes,
Man,
we
get me
coming
a
through.
get
We
me a
coming
What's on
little.
my Facebook, honey?
It's just people popping up there.
through. Okay.
If y'all want to see it from like an actual view, you have to go to my YouTube channel on YouTube at the real KeonStafford. Then you'll see us live in effect in how it is. I know y'all seeing on different angles. Y'all see the green screen, but
I should have put it on my story.
we're definitely here. Somebody said, "Okay, I like this lineup, beloved. We need this every week."
Ooh,
Look,
not the book
somebody
is coming
said,
up.
"Hey, Meechy Peachy and Fred Henry."
Bitch.
Now they called you Fred Henry.
Oh, Wayne.
Late
I
in the
remember.
midnight
I remember
hour.
Wayne. I remember Wayne from
Who else?
when I went on with y'all other two. I remember Kevy Kev because I think he added me on Instagram. Hi, Kevy Kev. Appreciate it.
Oh, all right, y'all. Cheers to good night.
Cheers.
Even though y'all host was late, I told y'all 9 o'clock,
Okay.
but it's gonna a good pop up.
I see that just leave me out.
My bad, friend. So what's up, y'all?
What's
Happy
going
New
on?
Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Meech, y'all have seen you. Meech ain't come. Meech ain't come out, but I haven't been out with Meech in some years because
You mean outside?
Meech be with his other friends.
Oh wow.
But
A lot going on.
I just love him to death. So my sister be outside now. She done graduated.
One night only.
No,
Okay,
you're the
one night only. Dream girl.
Yeah.
No, you the graduated bitch.
Yo, y'all had me at poodles there.
Drunk.
Outside
Bitch, we had a
being-
time though.
We did have a time.
We had a motherfucking time.
Outside being a punk.
Punkin. Meech, that night I left your house, we went to this straight the little straight little
On
bar.
the south side. I remember.
Yeah,
y'all said
we
that
went
one.
there and it was cute. We had a good little time there. And then child, we just went outside. So what's going on in y'all lives? What's going on? What's new? What's
Kevin said I'd be on my Instagram with my shirt off.
all the time?
Baby.
She's so boxy. You so boxy, friend, but you be cute though. You be cute. You definitely be cute. You give looks here and there. Well, you always give a look. Let me not say here and there. You always give a look. But bitch,
She's trying to reach you on the low.
I did not.
I don't know what's being said, honey. I'm just
No,
listening
I
to the
did
comments.
not. No, I did not.
She said that you were shaped like this bottle. Boxy.
Oh, girl, she is a little boxy, but it's okay. She talk about my body, so it's okay.
I'm sweet.
But
I got all the shapes.
Okay.
what's your
Okay.
sister?
Octagon.
Not octagon.
Octagon.
Not octagon, but no.
Oh, thanks, Lena.
I know we're in the new year, so
Carver. Oh, thank you. Is he
Me-
Misha's cute? Is he single or what? Because I'm about to slide in that inbox. Ooh, baby.
somebody said Meech is pressure, baby.
Rose
Oh, don't y'all be
World.
coming up here trying to holler at my
Rose
friend.
World, thank you. I'm pressure. Appreciate it.
No, but I know it's the new year. I know I have seen y'all a couple of times, but we really haven't like really just sat down and talked. Like, even to like our phone conversation, we be talking about other shit. We baby, our phone conversations, bitch, if a bitch can record, if the walls can record, oh my god, we need a reality show. But what is some of y'all goals this year that y'all want to accomplish? What is a goal or multiple things that you want to accomplish this year? Come on, Jersey Red.
Um, my goals this year, are just keep moving forward, get to the bag.
Yes.
Listen, I'm tired of working for everybody else
Mhm.
but myself. So make sure y'all go follow Cloudy Experience, my new hookah company, Cloudy Experience Hookah on Instagram, Cloudy Experience Hookah on Facebook. I'm a mobile hookah service. You pull up to your house, to the baby shower, to the wedding, to the kickback,
Kickback,
Oh.
birthday party,
birthday party, everything.
cookout.
And baby, I make a hookah out of this world.
Ain't nothing like a what?
It ain't nothing like a Jersey hookah.
But girl, now I make a good hookah too now.
I taught you, that's why.
She did. You did. You did. I ain't gonna hold you. You did. You did. But bitch, your hookahs be smoking. Your hookahs definitely be smoking.
But yeah, just it's 2024. Just keep moving.
What
I
about
like
you?
that.
What about you, Meech?
I don't know. I haven't really dived too much into what my goals are this year. I'm just living. Like every day, I just want to make sure that like I'm aware of what's around me. I'm aware of what I'm feeling, and I'm just moving accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, I want to like make more money. You know, hopefully, I get a promotion at the end of the year. Work on my body, work on my mental. So, like, I just want to upgrade everything that I already have in mind. Like, I just want better friendships, better trips, better lovers, better life, better money. I just want everything to the next stage.
I do agree. We do need to take a trip. If we haven't took a trip, I don't think I have took a trip with none of y'all.
No?
No, yeah, so we definitely need a trip, a little weekend getaway. I'm always down for a little weekend getaway. Going somewhere, bitch. We can fly, we can drive. It got to be 4 hours max if we drive, though, bitch. I can't go. Look, 4 hours max.
Oh my God, Kevin, what you say? Craig Bobby balls deep in some young man Bruce.
Oh my God! Don't get out here reading my auntie
That's
tonight.
what y'all think about Miss Thing?
Oh, not Miss Thing.
I mean, Craig.
Oh, not Miss Thing. I think for me, my goal this year is to just really elevate more. I think last year I did it was a good year. I think, I was able to heal some open wounds. I was able to get my mental back together. I was just able to just live last year. Like last year, I was saying this. I said this a couple of weeks ago, going into the new year. That like I really enjoyed my friends. Had my family. Like we was all together. Like last year was just like a year. Like it just flew by, but I had so much fun. But this year I definitely want to take everything to another level. Most definitely continue to be on YouTube, getting that better. Continue to be, consistent with this. Um, job wise, making more money. Just elevating, really, just growing, just
Your
growing.
elevation.
Yeah, just growing and just growing into my purpose for real, for real. Yes. Rosa said, Keon, I seen your growth, enjoy the journey, and trust God. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed, indeed. So that's what this shit gonna be about. I see it. Most definitely. I definitely see it. What do you think was your biggest lesson of last year?
Ooh, me?
Yeah, it's gonna work this way.
Ooh, Lord. It's that time?
Woo! Get into it.
My biggest lesson of 2023. Um, to see things and people for who they are, not who I see them as. I think that's my biggest lesson. To not see what I envision a certain thing or a certain person as, but to see the actual experience that I'm receiving from that thing or that person. I think that was my biggest lesson because I think I'm gonna try to be a positive person. So I try to see the good in people or good in a situation, a job, a boss, a relationship, a promotion, whatever it is. and sometimes it's no good there, and sometimes you just got to be able to separate the two from
The
what you
two.
see from what you feel. So
Most definitely. I agree.
that's my biggest lesson for sure.
What about you, sister?
Oh,
Because bitch, you had a year.
maybe I had a
You had a
yeah,
year. You definitely had a year.
I
The
had a
biggest
year.
lesson from that year.
My biggest lesson is to make sure I stay um healthy.
Yes, yes,
Stay on
yes,
top
yes.
of my health. Some people may know, but I suffered with two blood clots from 2021 and then last year 2023. And baby, I thought I was gonna be up out of here.
Mm,
And by the grace of God, He has kept me.
amen.
He has protected me, and everything is good. So yeah, just working on me, staying focused on me and my health. New body coming 2024. Stay tuned.
Come on, bitch.
So yeah,
Come
I
on, new
just
body.
working on me and my health, my mental. My mental was a big thing as well. Um, I know we a lot of in the black community like, oh, my mental, I'll get through it. If you gotta go talk to somebody, go talk to somebody. Um,
Period.
it's okay to talk to your friends and talk to your family. They know you. But
Hmm.
when you go talk to somebody else outside that's like a professional that's not on the same level as you open up more to them.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
they don't take it personal. They
Exactly.
have no personal relationship to the words coming out of your mouth.
Right.
Exactly.
I
But
think
you
that's why I'm an advocate for therapy because it's really a safe space if you want it to be.
Correct.
It's
it
literally
is.
whatever you make it
It
to be. You can
is.
go, but the thing is, to me, if you go in there guarded or you go in there not telling the truth, you're going to get that same experience back
Real,
because
yeah.
whatever advice they're giving you is not based on your true reality.
Yeah.
It's based on whatever image or picture you're trying to paint.
Right, right,
So
right,
to
right.
me, if you're going to speak to somebody that doesn't know you personally, make sure you dive in, take the opportunity.
And take opportunity. Yeah. I think in our community, us as blacks, we were taught, to pray it away, or what the whites gonna do for us, etc. But I actually went to therapy 2022, going into 2023. And no, I take it back. It was 21 going into 22. And it was an experience for me. Like it was definitely an experience, like just to vent, like you say, you have your friends and everything like that, but to just vent to somebody and they're not judging
It's
you,
not the same.
or they giving you, like, they're just listening, and then they come back and give you something to, like, go back on and just reflect on, or they give you something to say,
It's really
hey,
a plan.
yeah, it's like a plan,
It's really
or
a
they give you
plan.
something to just say, hey, okay, you've been doing this, try it this way, or
Right.
try it that way. It's different. It's
Right.
really, really different. So I definitely encourage people to go to therapy, for real, for real.
Yeah, I always, I don't say I encourage you to go to therapy, but if it's for you, it's for you. I always say if you go to therapy, you got to be able to leave that room and go back to your life. Because
Hmm.
sometimes you'll pour your heart out on that couch and got to clock in to work and don't have it together.
Hmm.
So you got to be able to dive it all on that couch and then go back to living and
Right.
still be able to be productive and be a normal adult at the same time.
I
So you
definitely,
have to be ready to go there.
I agree.
And like Keon said, we grow up and we say, oh, we got to pray it away. But the Bible do say, I'm a saved woman. The Bible do say, faith without works is dead. If you're not
Mhm.
gonna, you can have faith, but if you don't do the work,
Yes.
what's the
Yes.
point of you believing and trusting and praying it all away? You got to do that work so that your faith and that work that you're doing is all lined up
I
to get the
also
outcome.
I also think that some people have to know if they're ready for that or not.
Hmm.
If you're not ready to change your life, if you're not ready to be better, if you're not ready to do people better, then you have to admit that too.
Right.
That way, you're not having internal conflict within yourself. Like,
No, for real.
should I do this? Should I do that? Should I be with this person? Should
Hmm.
I take this job? Should I move to? Like, if you're not ready to move forward in your life, it's okay to be consistent for a while in whatever state you're in, and then plan when you're ready to make the changes.
That's
Because a
true.
lot of us be like, we ready for love, but we ain't ready to argue. We ain't ready to compromise. We ain't ready to sacrifice. So you're not really ready, and
Hmm.
it's okay to not be ready. It's
Right.
your time just might not be that time.
Be that
And
timing.
I think a lot of us, our ego be driving us like, no, I'm about to get this promotion, I'm about to get this job. But are you ready to interview again? Are you ready to put your best foot forward, get your highest scores at work? Are you ready to stay late, come in early? Like, are we ready for the things that come in what we want? So I always say, I never prayed for a job. I never prayed for a relationship. I never prayed for anything. I always prayed for the strength to maintain those things once it comes.
Come on now.
I've never
Come
prayed for
on
like a
now.
job or promotion or anything. I always be like, God, when you bless me, I pray that I'm strong enough to maintain it. Because the worst thing is to get your dream situation and then lose it.
Right.
That's the worst. I don't want to get no blessing that I'm not ready for yet.
That's deep.
Because that will fuck with your mental. Like, I worked all my life to get to this.
Get to this.
And then I lost it. Well, like, you don't get a lot of chances. You know what I mean? So,
Baby, we get what? Only one.
only one.
And we don't never know when we gonna check out. Bitch, people dying left and right.
I mean,
I'm talking about,
like,
and this, you know what is crazy? It's the fact that, we always talk about, how we gonna bury our parents, our grandparents, our aunts and uncles and stuff like that. But baby, they're burying us left and right. And I'm talking about, it's people younger than us in their early 20s, 21, 24,
yeah.
checking out like this. I'm talking about, bitch, they checking out left and right.
Life is happening for everybody.
Life is definitely happening for everybody. That's why
Thank you.
pray, baby, pray.
Thank you. Rosa.
Do you think would you guys say that you guys have worked on yourselves, or y'all still working on yourself?
Oh, I'm still working on myself every day. It's not something that I don't think. To me personally, it's not something that I worked on myself. I got it.
You
That's
got it. Okay,
No,
good.
I think it's,
Okay,
you continue to work. You learn new things every day.
every day.
Everything just pops up out of nowhere. You just have to deal with that situation, deal with this situation. So
Yeah.
you learn from your mistakes too.
Most definitely, I definitely agree on that. I was having a conversation, and somebody was saying, and I responded somewhat like that, but somebody told me that they have worked on themselves, and I was like, no, you're constantly working on yourself. If you can't be 40 years old thinking that you got it all. That's just, I feel like you still constantly learning, you still constantly growing. I think each day is a lesson. Like you say, things pop up out of nowhere, so definitely work on yourself.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I disagree, but I think there's definitely another perspective. I think there's some people who have set a capacity on who they want to be, and the amount of change and amount of growth that they want to see for themselves, or they can see. So some people aren't actively working on themselves because they're comfortable where they're at. They're used to their normal. Me personally, I'm I don't know if I would say I'm working on myself, but I'm learning myself in real time. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm not necessarily working on any particular my attitude, my body, da da da. I'm literally just living the life and just saying, okay, that probably wasn't the best thing to do. Let me adjust that real quick.
Okay.
So I'm not really actively working on myself. I'm learning myself and then seeing if that's something I want to stick with. So that's probably what I would say.
That's deep. And I know it's cameras. I got Meech camera to my left, Abel Jerzee camera to the right. If you guys want to ask anything or just say something, drop it in the comments. Those who are actually on the YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, that's in front of us. Y'all can drop anything down as well in front of us. But also too, y'all bitches, y'all can talk too.
No, I was just gonna say, even though I said I'm not working on myself, I'm learning myself, I am paying closer attention to what other people's experience is. I've always wanted to like step outside of myself and see what other people see.
Come on, Keisha Cole.
I always hear people like, "Oh, you're so this, you're so." I'm like, really? I don't see it. I don't think about myself in that way. So I would love to pay more attention to what other people's experience of me is.
I will say this: being your friend and still what you post on social media, it's two different people.
Really?
Because so look, what I mean by that is, bitch, because some things you post on your story will paint a picture of like you're just always sad and depressed. Or not everybody will take it as like, because bitch, you'll say something and you'll think it and bitch you'll start writing it. You know what I'm saying? But looking from the outside in, if I didn't know you, I'd be like, damn, what this bitch going through? Like, hold on, wait, this bitch.
I just texted over there. I'm like, is Meech okay?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
no, and I have to be like,
It wasn't
no,
nothing bad.
yeah, it was
okay,
nothing
I'm
bad.
concerned. Like, okay, what's going on?
Because you
need a
have.
hug.
Yeah, I'm just like a more like self-reflective person. Like, I remember how I felt when this happened. Or
Yeah.
I remember how that felt with that happened. I don't live with it today,
Mm.
but I remember it happened. Right. So
Okay.
a lot of people say that because I remember like right before Christmas, I was in Tulum on vacation with like
Mm.
my friends, and like I was like posting something about like relationship trauma or something like that,
Mm.
and somebody was like, "Damn, what happened on the vacation?" I was like, like we about to go on the yacht. I just had a thought came to my mind and I just posted it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I don't even think about social media in a way that's like self-reflective of me. Right. Because like if I'm really going through something or something's happening, I'm calling somebody.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
hey Keon or hey Ashley, Phil, whoever I need to talk to at that moment that's
Yeah.
gonna get me what I'm looking for. It will never see social media unless somebody posts something first and I'm responding.
And you're responding to it.
But if I'm posting and ain't nothing happened, it's just me reflecting on whatever's happened.
Okay. Yeah, because bitch.
But a lot of people feel that way. I be hearing that all the like whenever I go somewhere, people be like, "You good?" I'm like, "Oh, I saw your post." I'll be like,
What post?
I'll be like, "What post? When was it?" Like I don't. I post something and remember nothing. I don't watch my story. Remember I told you I don't
Yeah.
watch my story, so I don't know who watches it.
Yeah. But no. So that's why I
I don't
said
pay
like
attention to
certain
that.
stuff, like oops, excuse me. Certain stuff is motivational that you post,
Oh my
and
god,
then
I would
certain
love to help me work on himself. No, I don't want that. He can work on me too. I'm screaming.
they're
This is
nasty.
my first time seeing this Meech, and he is sorry. You know, I've been hiding it from us. No, I've been on the channel
Mitch
before.
definitely has been
I've
around.
been on like twice, maybe.
Yeah, but you've been on my
Jim,
social
calm
media.
down. You fast.
Definitely, and then for those who came to the shows and
Yeah, I went to the
came
thing.
to the private brunch, Meech and Abel was there.
Yeah, I went to the brunch.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, he's been around. Abel, what they saying over there on your are they just watching?
This is my weird brother. Some niggas on podcast now.
Your brother is hilarious.
He always got something smart to say.
Yeah. So what else going on?
I wouldn't say what else is going on, but I wanted to say that I'm glad that we're the people who what you see on social media is what you get in real life. We're not the ones who are like faking the phone or whatever. Like, bitch, what we post or what we share or what we say is actually what it is. Because you got people who,
Yeah.
and I think people that's on social media now are living up to social media standards now
Mhm.
instead of living up to what I believe in or what I'm going to do for my life. It's like, okay, I see Beyonce and then okay, I want to live like Beyonce. I want to live like Tamar. I want to live like it's just like you look at these
I have to work for
people
Beyonce
or
to take
these
more.
or these social media socialites, as we would say.
Yeah.
And half of them sleeping on somebody's couch or they're roommating with somebody. Not saying there's nothing wrong with roommating. I'm not saying that, but they don't live the life that they try to portray to people, giving this false image. So I'm
Yeah.
glad that my friends, or my close friends, because I have some friends who do it, or associates rather. But I'm glad my
Hello.
I'm glad
Well,
my
it's pretty high
close
key.
tribe definitely is what they say they are. Like y'all too, y'all definitely y'all very transparent when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Oh, auntie, I love you
I'm
too.
probably a little bit too transparent, but to me, I just think it takes a lot of energy to live a life that you don't live every day and wake up to.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it takes a lot to present an image, to maintain the image, to keep it up. You can use that energy and just better in your regular life.
Right.
And then that way it becomes your normal. Because I do experience a lot when people believe the hype or they believe the life, so they believe the cloud or they believe that personality that they have
Mm-hmm.
created.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're more confident in your true personality, that other personality isn't really good. Like I just feel like when you are internally validated or come from your home or household or wherever, when you feel that, you walk out in the world in that, you don't have to be anything. You just exist.
Right. No, I
Like,
definitely get it.
because I feel like it weighs people down.
I walk out, honey. I'm the richest bitch in the world.
Like I just don't,
Jersey
I don't know
Red.
nothing. Like I just don't know how to do anything else besides me. Like, just be me. Yeah, I just wake up the same person, go to sleep. I don't really think about like, ooh, I gotta dress a little extra spicy for this friend group, or I gotta tone down for this friend group, or I gotta do a little like I
Baby,
don't
the
know what
same
that
bitch you
is.
get on day one is the same bitch you gonna get on day 100. Ghetto. And I think I'm a little classy a little bit.
I'm not a mod anymore. What's that mean?
A moderator?
Yeah, he said he's not a moderator
He said I'm
anymore.
not. I'll go back and look, Wayne, because you definitely was a moderator, so I don't know why.
Keon, do you do not want to be like Tamar? Nobody do.
No, I look, sister, look, turn your head. Turn your head. I wouldn't say just being like Tamar. No. I wouldn't say that, but I'm not gonna
Is
say
Tamar rich?
I don't want to comment really on Tamar.
I just don't know. Is Tamar rich?
I don't know.
I really don't know because of
And I mean, when I say rich, I mean like M's, not like a couple 100,000. Like is she rich? Yeah,
I don't know. She may be rich with these sold out shows she keep going, so she may be a little
I don't know.
rich.
That House of Blues tour, I don't know.
Hey, cousin.
I don't know. But anyways, moving
But she
past
is singing.
Tamar.
She is singing down at her
She do
concert.
sing down.
Sh-
She
Like
don't dance down, but she sing
I
down.
Well, she's working on that, friend. She's
No,
working
she's
on
not
it.
working on it. It's the
she's
same
vocally
move.
she's really the beast in,
Well,
in the
she
show.
she always had the vocals. She
Yeah.
always had the vocals. It's,
Mm.
it's the artist. That's
Sister, what's a deal breaker for you
in what
in a
relationship?
relationship?
Ooh,
Girl, because,
Dre said.
bitch, I want to
Drew
see
said
you.
why he not a mom. Drew Hudson. Why I'm not
I
a
don't
mom.
know why it's not making y'all months. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna add all my moderators. I don't know
So
why it's
mad
not.
about that mom.
Yeah, I know.
Was that the Drew that was that the thing?
Yeah, Drew Hudson. Yeah,
Child.
Drew.
Bye, Drew.
I love Drew.
I love
Good to
Drew
see
too.
you on tonight. Thanks for taking time to get on
Yes,
the line.
I'm
And
coming back. I'm coming back. I promise you, I'm coming back. I am back. I
did
am
you
here.
ask Abel what's his what?
What is your deal breaker? Because
Start with yourself.
no, bitch, it's gonna go back down the line.
Ooh.
Because I have been this been my friend since 2017, and I really want to see you in a relationship, friend. I really,
You
I
maybe
really
sound-
do. No, I really do want to see you in a relationship. My sister love the trade.
Down.
Oh, Abel is stuck with the trade, and I'm just like, friend, like, I love the trade too, but girl, I think
You the punk.
Ooh, baby, not a
You the
punk.
sissy.
no, I think for me, I like somebody who is comfortable in their skin. For me, and I have accepted the fact that I really do love a butch queen.
Yeah.
I love a butch queen. I understand.
I'm attracted to butch queens, but I can't.
You don't want to deal with him every day.
Right. It's too much. Like I'm a woman myself sometimes, but like masculinity does it for me.
Really?
Like real like nigga shit, like real hood.
No, Drew. Everybody don't like Trey.
I mean,
That's-
so sister, are you? Do you think that a relationship will come, or are you going to be open to dating?
I am going to be open more to dating.
Pete Marcel said it was a bush queen, a man that's feminine and masculine at the same time.
Yes. You butchy. Me, I'm a butch queen.
So me, I believe I will be open to it. I don't know when. I'm trying, but
Wait, when you don't know when you'll be open, or you don't know when a relationship will happen?
when a relationship will happen,
Okay, so you're already open to
I'm
it.
open to it, and I'm trying my best.
Mm.
I'm
Do you
trying.
think you trying for real? Like, could you
Ah!
honestly say, bitch, that you're trying?
Yeah.
And what he considers trying to be, yes, he considers himself trying.
Thank you, Meech.
Oh no,
I think. Yeah, but
girl, don't
I
get
don't
red
know.
now, bitch.
Some people like that. It's what they feel is effort.
I'll meet your thing pause to connection. Oh, it's bad.
Yeah, because I don't know.
You don't know. If you don't know, like I said
It's
earlier,
okay.
it's okay to not
It's
know.
okay. It's okay.
I'm just living, and we'll see what
What
happens.
about
What y'all say, Facebook?
What Facebook saying?
No, they just look
Are they
what
watching?
about you, Meech?
What's the question?
What was the question?
a deal breaker.
A deal breaker, but then we start talking about being open to relationships. But what is a deal breaker for you in a relationship?
I don't know. I mean, a
Hold on,
deal
let me drink.
breaker.
Let me drink real quick. Woo! Let me drink real quick. Let me make time up, honey.
So like a deal breaker, like something I just would not deal with.
Like deal breaker. Oh, you did this, bitch. It is done. It is cut off.
Like stealing, probably stealing or cheating. Those are probably my deal breaker in a relationship.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just, for one, stealing to me is disrespectful, and then two, cheating is disrespectful. But it's just something like I know me, and I know I will never ever respect you. I will never see you as compatible with my heart or my values
Mm,
ever. So those two things probably aren't deal breakers technically, but it's the like attaching you to my forever. And
right.
I could never reattach you to that again. I could probably still sleep with you, hang out with you, do the cool,
Mm,
whatever. But I will never take it to where I took it before. Because it's just an unbreakable thing that I
right.
personally will never
And I see people
give up
saying
on.
deal breaker, liar, et cetera, cheating stuff. So for me, I think
I don't think lying is a deal
yeah, lying no depend on the capacity of the
breaker. Lying about cheating is a deal
mind.
breaker. Yeah, that's the lying. Because sometimes like people just make mistakes. Like, so,
Yeah, people. Well, so look for me, I think my deal breaker used in let me say this, let me choose my words wisely. My deal breaker
living
used
in
to be
lie.
cheating, right? However, I'd have went back to a nigga who did cheated. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
just like niggas gonna cheat. They're going to cheat.
I just do not agree. I just don't.
I know it is true because let me tell you
You
something.
just need
And
people to have the ability.
it don't have nothing to do with you
No, it
when
don't.
somebody is cheating. It don't have nothing to do with you. So my deal breaker, growing like coming up
Absolutely
into
don't.
the age that I am now, my deal breaker was like, oh yeah, nigga cheat on me, I'm out. But bitch, when you sitting in it and you actually in reality and the nigga cheat on your sister love,
Oh no!
and you actually get cheated on, and then it's just like, okay, well, bitch, I thought this was my deal breaker, but I'm still staying here.
Because
You know
you
what I'm
ain't
saying?
stand. Because it's your deal breaker, but you ain't stand on it. See,
Yeah,
because
and no.
people don't. People when people think about deal breakers, they think about the act. They don't think about all that the decision takes to really stand on business. Because cheating ain't your deal breaker. It's where you feel the you lost hope for the relationship. That's the deal breaker.
Mm,
Cheating is not cheating is what keeps it, but
okay.
it's not what finishes it off. What finishes off is can you still function knowing that this man cheating on you while he's sleeping next to you. So I always tell people it's not the cheating, it's not the lying, it's can you internalize it and still proceed.
But see, for me, okay, cause so I'd have been in relationships like where you going through this nigga phone, or
Never did that.
you never went through a nigga
I
phone.
have never went
Have
through
a
a
nigga
nigga
went through
phone.
yours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'd have, but see,
I've never went through a nigga phone.
I'm open to say, okay, bitch, I'd
Never.
have went through a nigga phone, a nigga that went through my phone. They'd have caught some shit, I'd have caught some shit or whatever. It's so it's crazy, but niggas do cheat. I just feel like, girl, you done broke it.
I don't know what happened.
Let me
Let's
see.
scroll up this a little bit because he said no, no, no,
Cool.
no,
You talking about this one right here?
no. Kevy Kev at 1010, right there. What are the things that you consider cheating? This is a great question, in my opinion.
Yes.
It's a
Cheating
great
is
question.
for me.
What
Cheating can be um sexual act
mm-hmm.
whether
That's the
it's
physical
yeah,
version
that's
of
the
cheating.
physical. Physical. I mean, it can be um where you believe it or not, you can
Romantic.
get an emotional connection
Mm-hmm.
with somebody.
For sure.
Talking to somebody as a friend, and then you wind up sneaking doing things that you ain't supposed to do. So,
I'm with nobody around you that you know is interested in you.
mm,
I ain't with none of that.
mm,
Like your friend, to me, your friends should think highly of you. They should think you fly, smart, all of that. But if you're around somebody that true interest is to be next to you or to be with you, that's not a friendship. That person is waiting for their shot. I ain't with none of that.
Oh,
I ain't with that. I ain't with that at all. And if you know that they interested in you, but if you getting drinks out of them or a good time every once in a while, or they take you out and spend money, or whatever it is, to me that's the form of cheating. It's something that you're
This
doing that
definitely is cheating right here.
it's
What
something
Drew
that you're
said.
doing that you wouldn't want me to do to you.
Do y'all believe in the 80-20 rule? I'm sorry. That was me.
That you'll get 80% from somebody.
And then the 20% that you go searching for.
I don't. I don't believe it.
Sweet.
I think it's possible, but I don't believe it.
It is it's definitely possible. Let me see if this. I always believe in the 80-20 rule. I always say that you're gonna always get that 80% from your house, and then that 20% is gonna make you 100%. I always believe that
I mean, what's your
because
question?
nobody
20% from 80 and 20 from two different
you're
people.
gonna always get that. I believe that you're gonna always get that 80% from your spouse.
Some people don't get 80%.
Well, in a and no relationship is perfect, but in a relationship, you're going to get 80%. I feel that, or up
Are
to
you trying to say
80%.
80% is the max?
Yes, up to 80%, and then
But
the
what about
other
the people that feel like they
20%.
found their perfect soulmate? They might feel it's 100.
Really?
So
Yeah, I think
please,
that's fair.
so please say I don't believe in the 80-20.
I don't either. I never believed in 80-20. I think that's a settled mentality. I think that some people have put a, like I said
Oh,
earlier,
this is a good one
some
right
people
here.
have put a cap on what their capacity for their life is. Like I only can get this much of a job. I only can make this
Right.
amount of money. I only can get a man that looks like this. I only can get a man that if I do this. Like I don't put no ceiling on me. I would never say 80-20. I'm gonna get what I'm looking for.
So what if it's 40%?
Am I looking for 40%? That might be 100 to me.
Ooh,
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
that's
Some
good.
people's 80% could be everything you want to.
friend, that was a good point. That was a
It's
good
all
point.
about what your perception of your value, your self value is. If I only think I'm worth 30% of a nigga or 30% of love, I'm only once I find 30%, I'm gonna be happy because I found what I was looking for.
That's I give that. I the fuck with that voice. I'm,
It was some.
it was something that Drew said.
That doesn't mean that you said it, so you're right.
Oh,
Yeah, 80%
Wayne
is a
Mills
settlement for
say,
sure.
question: do y'all agree of having a work husband and work wife?
No, and I don't understand how y'all think that this shit is okay. If the nigga's just buying you lunch because he got it and he buy you lunch and go about his business or he just nice to you, okay, cool. But if y'all like texting after work, the nigga sit with you in the car at lunch to eat the food, like he asking how your day was, he did that. Y'all are building a relationship. That shit is disrespectful. You need to cut that shit out. Because I would never. The worst thing a man can do to me is go to another man for something he should be getting from me. That shit is disrespectful.
Look at Drew talking about, yeah, I'll buy somebody lunch in a minute. What about y'all over here on Meech page? Abel getting his stuff together.
I don't
I
see
see it's,
nobody on there.
I don't know, I see people in
They've
well,
been bouncing in and out.
oh well, yeah.
No, I think that you somebody. What did somebody say, Drew? Yeah, I'll buy somebody lunch in a minute. Yeah, I buy my friends lunch sometimes. I can buy somebody lunch, but I'm talking about you said a work husband. That a husband and work means consistent. That nigga buy your lunch 4 or 5 days out the week. That's a lot. You got a husband or a man that you live with or staying with or fucking or whatever you're doing. That's a lot. If he
Mm.
just your work husband and he just, treat you nice and respect you and buy your food and shit like that, okay,
But
cool.
even let me say this. Even to at work, I hear people say all the time, be like, "Oh, my work babe, this my work wife, or this my work husband." I hear it a lot.
Opposite sex or same sex?
Opposite.
That's
Yeah,
a lot.
I hear it a lot.
But we dumb stuff so we dumb down words so much in society that could mean just somebody that's being nice to you.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Just like you call somebody your boo or your bae. It could be somebody you just met yesterday. But you put that title on them just because that's what you see.
Yeah, because they use that word "bay" a lot.
I'm screaming. So like work husband and work wife, okay, cool. That's just somebody that's like of the opposite sex that I mingle with at
Mm.
work. But when it starts to form a relationship, a bond, a connection, then I think you're doing too much.
Let me ask you this: is
What's 80? We're missing some stuff, but go ahead. Go with your question so we can go with this.
yeah, I'm gonna go back up to some stuff. Let me ask you this: could you be with somebody who doesn't have good sex?
No. To me, bad sex is a form of bad mental emotional connection. I think those things go hand in hand.
Ooh, so somebody look like that, girl. Bitch, I need the replay of that.
I'm
Boy,
like a sex therapist.
could you be
No,
with somebody whose sex is bad?
because sex is not. hard. Sex is not hard, but if you're not with the person you're supposed to be having sex with, it's not enjoyable. The flesh might be, but the experience might be not be.
Do y'all people someone sex is horrible? Please.
Because I like the fuck. I do.
Oh, let's go up. Let's go up just a little bit.
Oh, that's my next question.
Do you agree? No,
This,
that's no, go down. It's right there.
Which one?
Go up. Scroll up. Scroll up. Scroll up.
Which one?
It's the 80-20 in finance. That's the question.
Which one?
This one right here.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Drew, I need a little context because what you mean 80-20%? You mean in the household?
You ain't bring your makeup, girl. I want you to get on camera.
She said, no, I'm just watching. Okay, now scroll down so we can see if we responded to him. Because we got a new comment.
Which one?
Wait. How can we learn? Learn what?
How could you? Do
Oh,
you believe in
yes.
teaching people about sexual?
Yes, I do believe that you can teach somebody to please you. I do believe that you can teach somebody to be
You
compatible
so
with you.
I
Yes,
do agree with that. You can't teach people. You can't teach someone or your partner how to please you, right? But I think they need.
No.
I think they need to have the fundamentals down packed down.
Questions.
They have to have the fundamentals. Come up. You want to come on up to the camera? Okay.
Baby, you the shady girl.
That's the
Why am I shady?
Yes. But no, I believe you have to have the fundamentals down pat. You can teach somebody how to please you, but they have to have the fundamentals down pat. They have to know the basics on how to please you in the room.
Drew, so you have a work husband, but he's straight. That's what I mean by we dumb down work. He's your work husband, but it's meaningless. There's not a relationship that's forming that can turn into an actual relationship. That's just like y'all interacting. That's a perfect example of I wouldn't care if you have a work husband because there's no potential there. Would you tell them? He said, would you tell the person that they were bad at sex?
Absolutely.
I have had the conversation with somebody.
I don't think I've ever told anybody that.
Why not?
I don't think I've ever had to.
I've told someone that their stuff is small.
I have told somebody.
I'm very upfront.
I'm very upfront.
Why would you tell them?
I have told people. I have
know.
told somebody that
they didn't know when they came to me, so I had to let them know.
Yeah, but see, what is your definition of small? Because what is your small? Maybe my big.
Everybody's normal.
Everybody's normal.
Everybody's normal, not the same, but I know definitely my small ain't your small, girl. Your big.
Communication is.
Bitch, that's why I'm telling you, that's the girl. No, but I definitely agree. I definitely agree on that. That about the size thing. But when it comes to sex, let me tell you something. Because I love to have sex, I am okay with saying, "Hey, you didn't satisfy me this way," or "Hey, I like to be pleased this way," or "This is what."
But you don't have that conversation before the sex.
What conversation are you talking about?
Like, I this is what I like. This is what I don't like. This is what I prefer. This is what I don't prefer. I feel like those things are just common, basic things that you should be having before you fuck somebody. Well, that also could be a hookup culture. I'm not a hookup person.
Okay.
So there's always context to me smashing them. Like it ain't never just like I see him at Bulldogs or traffic or something, and I was like, "Hey, you want to come to the crib?" It's somebody I already knew. We already had a vibe. I'm not a one night type of motherfucker. So I'm gonna say certain shit like, bro, like, what you on? Like, you just want to go one round? Like, you want something out there? Like, what is the actual vibe? Okay, I'm just saying, like, what is the actual situation?
Sister, woo, my friend,
you gotta know those type of things.
So let me say this. I believe when you're let's speak on the hookup culture first, and then we'll shift a little bit. I believe in the hookup culture. If you're just meeting somebody, let's say you meet somebody, because we all have had casual sex, or friend, you ain't never met nobody that just hooked up.
Never.
Bitch.
Excuse me.
I know.
This is not my thing.
I'm not saying.
I understand. Grandma, I
understand the part.
And I'm not a goodie. It's just not my
You never
vibe.
had a one night stand?
Never in my 35
I can believe that, because baby.
Yeah, have you ever had a one night stand?
Never. I never had a one night stand.
Well, I'm not gonna sit up here and say I haven't had a one night stand.
Baby.
I'm not gonna say that. However, I believe
4 night, 8 night.
I believe on the hookup culture. I believe when you're hooking up with somebody, before you hook up, you need to know what is your position.
That's what I'm saying.
You need to know what is your position. You need to know, bitch, if you're a top, bottom, verse, bottom, verse, top, or top, or bottom, whatever.
Or soft top.
Or remember.
We're going to get to that.
It's about whatever position they want to be for you.
That part.
Because they might be a verse for this person,
baby,
but they might be just top for you, or they might be. They don't have whatever their position is. It may not be what they want to see in you.
Oh.
I know friends who are verse, but there's only a certain type of person they would let top them. And then I know friends that are verse, but there's only a certain type of person that they want to top for. So it's just like, just because you ask somebody their position doesn't mean that that's what they want to do with you.
That is true. Well, I get to the nitty-gritty. What do you like? What do you want? What before we get into the bed, I need to know because I ain't finna get in the bed.
Ain't nobody talking about that before fucking. Yes, they
are. I'm not getting into the bed and bitch. And let me say this. Nowadays, you definitely have to ask because you have, and as my sister said, soft tops, and then you got these hard bottoms.
But I think that's another. I think a hard bottom. I think that's another culture thing. Like gay black people have to be so strong. It's our lives that we always on defense. So there's a lot of gay bottoms that are masculine or whatever in public because they have to present that way. And then when they get comfortable in private, they can relax.
Right. And I agree with that because let me tell you this. So once upon a time, I was talking to this boy, right? And he was a bottom. But
wait, what? Here? You a top is what you're saying. Your girls know you bottom. Who is that top?
Cousin, what's Steve?
But look, so I
was a soft top. Now that's what you call a soft top.
That bitch is a soft top because she twerks down. She got the BBL and all. You know,
Pierre. I wasn't talking about anybody talking about the beach. Once we know the positions, let's get started. Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. But no, so I was talking to this guy, right, and he was a bottom, but he said because he was so mad, he was so hard. But the guy was so hard. He said the reason why he wanted to be so submissive or be a bottom is because he had to be so hard at work. Mm-hmm. He wanted to come home and be able to relax. He didn't want to be able to be the rah guy all the time, or the tough person.
That's like a lot of black women who the boss at their job, or they the CEO, or they the manager, and they come home and they want a man to run his house.
That motherfucker there.
My comment, Drew, because the conversation is going. I'm sorry. I'm a total top, so I don't have that problem. Go ahead for you, Wayne.
Maybe don't say total.
Don't say total top.
Because when I tell you, now I told you I mess with the trade, honey.
Now, let me tell you something. No. You have certain friends for certain things. Like I tell Meech a lot. I tell Abel a lot. But in certain conversations, I can't talk to Meech about. That I can talk to Abel about. Right. And there's certain shit that I can't talk to Abel about. That I can talk to Meech about. But baby, let me tell you, the balance between these two bitches here, baby. I wish that I could tell them both the same thing because they have two different perspectives. Now, bitch, I was going through our text thread. I was trying to find a picture, and girl, I was like, "Oh wow!" And then, but me and Meech mostly talk. Me and Meech text. It's like, "Hey, I'm going here. What you doing?" Etc. Are you okay? Some type of shit like that. But our phone conversation be good. Now, me and this bitch, we text, we talk,
Yes, I'm the mother of soft tops.
Who is the mother of soft tops? Pierre,
you be talking about
that bitch is a top.
I can be top.
Now,
I don't know people's business. I'll just see whatever they say. Why can't there be total tops? There can be. Who said they wasn't?
I think in today's society, you have to be versed.
Why? There's full bottoms.
It is full bottoms. It is, but
I think a limited pool. But it's okay to be one thing.
Do you believe it's just in Atlanta?
No, I think it's culture. I think culture.
You think culture? Okay.
I think it's culture.
Why culture though?
Because the culture does promote single life. So
could you get her a stool or bring that chair? because she said she wanted to get in here and talk. We're gonna add her in a minute. We're gonna add you in a minute.
Some people do. I, I think if you only are interested in one thing, it's already hard to date, so you're lowering your possibilities even more. But I
Mm.
think it's bad when you change your true preference to fit society's needs. So it's a balance. I don't personally balance that, but I think for people who do, it could be a challenge.
Drew,
So,
you a soft top, Drew?
so would you be open to bobbing?
Me
Yeah,
personally,
you personally.
I would be open to anything that I feel was valuable to my situation.
Okay, I like
So
that.
I think we talked about this before in a lot. I'm not against anything that is respectable. Would I bottom for who I'm with? Yeah. Like if I'm with somebody and we're together and that's a part of what how they move, how they operate, yeah. Now the details of it, of like how many times and when, that's another thing to discuss. But would I do it? Yeah, I'll do it. For sure.
I mean,
Oh,
I know
Drew, excuse me, Drew have a question. Wait, I'm fully versed. Baby, don't let this size fool you, honey.
because my sister
Why
get the
would why would
boys.
the size make a difference? Though?
But that's culture. That's
No,
how
that's how.
Oh, we
that's how the
assume
girls
bigger.
you
Yeah.
assume.
Why? I don't see that.
Sister,
Yeah.
because you get down with the get down, honey. You tell the
They
boys
gotta
up.
devastate you.
You devastate the boys. You hear your auntie over here, your auntie be talking to girls,
Soft
honey.
tops is a topic, nice black.
Yeah, souls that smell nasty too.
So let me ask y'all this:
Don't start.
Do y'all believe that
Never
gays
heard of
have a
soft top.
phase?
A phase
Or
of like what?
a phase is
Phases of what?
just different things. So, like for instance, like I'm in the phase now, and this is just me because I have been a person who has dibbled and dabbed. I have had vagina and I have had dick, right? And I'm in the phase now where I know that I'm gay, but I have my moments where I want to get some pussy.
Oh, you mean do they have big flashes of their sexuality
Hmm.
fluctuating?
Yes.
I don't think that's a gay thing. I think people naturally gravitate to what they gravitate to. I think it's society that puts labels on it.
Right.
I think a top can bottom and he still be called a top. I think a bottom can top and still be technically a bottom. I just I think when you go from men to women, I think you're getting a little you're doing a lot. I think when you combine those worlds and you flip, if you're going to be bisexual, just be bisexual. But don't. I would be a little hesitant to be floating back and forth without really living in that lifestyle.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm bisexual. I
You just want
wouldn't.
to fuck girls every once in a while.
Lately it's been
I
like
like a little twat here and there.
I think lately it's been I've been wanting to have sex with a
So
girl.
what do you call that? What label?
Dibble
are you
and
putting on
dabble.
it?
I That's why I said it earlier.
Dibble
I
Dribble and
call, I
dabble.
call it a greedy ass.
That's not. I don't think that is greedy. I think for me,
But you wouldn't be with a woman. You wouldn't give her your heart, but you'll give her your dick. I mean, that could be.
because you have women who is okay with having sex with gay men.
I just want to know. I just no shade. I just want to know who these girls are that would let you fuck them.
Who, me in particular?
I'm just trying to figure it out. In real
Women
time.
hit on me all the time
I'm sure they
because
do, but once
if
they get
women
there,
would let me fuck them all the time, but because you know me in a different because you know me in a different light because we have different conversations.
no,
But
I would be walking down the street and never think that a woman would say, "Here's my pussy."
to me,
I would never.
oh
think
wow.
that. I just could never.
Well, she wanna fuck. Come here, sweetheart.
I'm just trying to figure it all out.
But women,
No.
it's okay with me wanting to have sex with me.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying I
You're not
can't
in
see
the
it for
camera,
me.
I'm okay with
Like I
that.
can't visualize the experience.
So so let me ask
Because
you
you,
this.
because you know him personally.
And just walking down the street, I just would not say, "Oh, that's a boy that would get some pussy." I
That's
just
interesting.
don't see that. I
But
just
that's a
don't.
personal moment that would be necessary for you to figure out. That's
I ain't
between
trying to
that.
figure out. I just
Well,
thought
no,
I
what
was
I'm
giving my
saying is,
opinion.
if I've never considered myself to be someone who was
I said, I mean, come here real quick. I want you to kind of turn the camera just a little bit.
Oh yeah, I don't do this, so y'all gotta talk to me nice.
We gonna talk to you now.
I came
Turn
over
it
here to
just a
eat
little bit,
tacos.
just a little bit. Like,
First, let me see how.
Yeah.
Oh
well,
yes, there we go.
yeah, there we go.
Period.
I definitely came here to eat tacos.
Okay, but I want you to give
Wait,
your,
I
I want you
saw
to give your
some-
opinion.
Okay, so I don't do labels. If I was considered anything, I guess I would be a straight woman. I have kids. I prefer penis over anything, right?
Mhm.
And I'm. Do I need to tell my age? Is that
You don't have to.
I'm a woman of a particular age,
Mhm.
so this wasn't always acceptable, being as fluid as it is now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I was as receptive to being with, because back, before it was receptive, it was like considered being down low. The whole phrase was down low.
Mm-hmm.
And that has a negative connotation on it to begin with, just the term itself. So that wouldn't allow somebody to be open, I think, to going either way. If they were attracted to somebody, regardless if they slept with men or women or whatever, calling it down low just gives it a negative connotation to begin with. Like there's something to hide.
Yeah.
So if you gotta hide it, then I guess I gotta hide it. So that makes it a negative thing, whether I'm attracted to you or not.
Right.
At the end of the day, physical attraction is physical attraction. I think Shy is a very attractive man, and I don't see him as a gay man. I see him as an attractive man first. And then after that, we can talk about the nuances. But like the first thing I see is an attractive man.
You said fluid.
Yeah, and that's what Wayne just said. So fluid. Yes, I think for me,
He's a tramp.
What does that mean?
I'm not
Which one? Which one of us?
when he says she, he talking about me.
I-
But I think for me,
Who
because
have you been talking to? No.
so let me say this: I haven't had sex with a woman since I haven't had sex with a woman since the end of 2015, right?
8
But
years.
it's been about 8 years, but I still remember penetrating a woman. I still remember how it feels to penetrate a woman. I still I did enjoy it. However, I knew a man who is what I wanted to be with.
Okay.
But I will say, like I think I was telling y'all this maybe a couple of weeks ago or a month or so ago that I had like
now, ladies.
I can taste the vagina. Like so,
Okay.
I don't know if it was having flashbacks or what.
They said you was pretty.
Yes, yeah, Brooke is very pretty.
Listen, when I came over here to eat tacos, I don't have no haircut, no nothing, but thank you.
But you look good. You look good, especially for your age.
I don't know why y'all say that comment. What is the value of that? Y'all gotta stop saying that to black people.
Hush.
Baby, if
Child.
you get in the camera, girl.
Stop saying that to black people.
This is
that part.
It's lit
No.
over here.
So let me ask you this. Would you be okay? Because this is a thing now too. Now that we added a woman in there, we're gonna ship it back to the gays. But I want to talk. I want to shift to you.
I mean,
Would you be
I
okay?
had my time in college. I think I'm honorary.
Would you be okay if? Well, let me ask you this. It's a two-part question.
Okay.
If your man wanted you to peg him,
Okay.
Ooh, she said that yesterday, the other day. She said she would do that.
I actually have. Okay, so I have. Okay, finish first. You finish the question.
all right.
Finish it.
Would you be? Would you look at the man as he's gay if he asked you to peg him?
Okay.
Gay is homo.
Okay, so good question.
I
because-
understand that, but I want because you know the
Wait.
straights.
Okay, so I have two scenarios where this played a part. One, and let me think of the time frame because I didn't have a child. So maybe what?
No, this is a question.
So maybe circa 2010, I had a boyfriend at the time. We were living together, and he did ask me to penetrate him with a dildo.
Okay.
And we did it a couple of times. I wanted to try anything twice just to make sure I don't like it.
Right.
Okay. So I'll get first time it could have been a little off.
Right.
Second time I know for sure this ain't my shit. Or it is my shit.
Okay.
So first time he was really, really into it. And this man, it was considered a straight man at the time, but he also kind of like the thugs. So he had also done some time.
Okay.
So
he was experienced other things.
That's circumstantial too, because it's like, okay, you're presenting yourself as a straight man. Right. You're enjoying this dildo and taking it way better than I've ever taken anything in my ass. So that did cause some concern. And so I tried it twice, maybe even 3 times. But the third time for sure, I was like, this is not my shit.
Yeah.
But the relationship was circumstantial. It just made me feel too dominant, and I'm already an aggressive woman. And for the man that I want
you
to be
over the
with,
balance.
yeah, and he enjoyed it way too much, which left me with way too many questions.
Yeah.
If you were presenting yourself as a bisexual man, I don't have as many questions. You took this shit like
what
a
you were
prep.
signing up for.
Right. So yeah, it left me with too many questions.
Yeah.
Now, second part. Now I have a gentleman who's actually offering to pay me to peg him.
Oh,
We're
wow.
not in a relationship.
Okay.
But this is something that he's interested in, and maybe something he can't get as frequently as he would like.
Yeah.
To be honest, oh man, y'all put me on the spot because I don't know if I'm necessarily. That's why I asked homegirl at the party the other day, because I wasn't sure which way I was gonna go with it.
I think on it. Don't speak on it.
Okay, so then maybe I should keep my, because I don't necessarily
let it settle.
Let it
first.
marinate.
Let it settle.
I mean, there's so many factors to it. A, does that not now make me a hoe or a prostitute if I'm receiving money for sexual services? B, what if I hate it? And C, what if I love it? Like, so right now I'm not in the space to say.
To me, it's really about why are you doing it?
I am.
You're doing it to satisfy the man. You're not really.
Well, I not know if it doesn't satisfy me at this point because I haven't done it.
Oh,
I haven't pegged. When I was with the other guy, it was a dildo.
Oh, okay.
I've never strapped on and actually pegged a man. So
I assume.
The first situation was with a dildo, but this was circa 2010. I don't think it was as.
I think there's a clear difference.
It is, or it's not.
To me, it's a clear difference.
Okay.
One, you putting one on your actual body, and one you're using with your hand to insert.
Yeah.
To me, the one that you strap on is a very much a homosexual experience, and the other one is very much a playground.
So it's the same thing.
No, it's the same thing.
If I attach it to my forehead,
I'm
like this. Because if he lands straight down here and you right here and you just inserting it, it's not like he get fucked. But if you actually strap it to your waist and start fucking him, that's a homosexual.
As a more so heterosexual female than anything, when a man's legs go up in the air, his legs go up in the air.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, regardless if I strapped it on or if I had a dildo.
But that's regardless of being strapped on or not. No, because he could just lay there.
No,
but he could lay there with his legs behind his head.
But to a straight woman, his legs is up still behind his head.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I was a female, I could see that man the same unless he had presented himself as that.
Riri said, "Answer my question, please."
Can I drink my
camera?
You agree with me one-on-one kind of guy?
Steven want to know you getting cat.
He had that prostate massage. No, that prostate was.
I did not have my time.
I just massage.
What's your question?
I haven't ate vagina or pussy, but pussy, however you want to call it. I haven't ate since 2015. He still haven't.
You heard that, Steven?
Yeah, he is still having sex with a woman, but what he wants from her is not anything that's on her body.
What are we talking about? The pecking man?
So do you consider that gay or homosexual?
Somebody said he's still having sex with a woman. Yes, it is, but the act itself, she can't provide without something that is not naturally born with her.
Oh wow!
So what does that make him?
I think that just I don't think it changes his sexuality. I think it changes what he likes.
Right.
Why does sexuality have to be attached to anything? Why can't you just like what you like in the first you like
it? Conversation piece.
Well, okay, and I understand. I'm just saying in general, and I might be one of those people who grew up in a certain age where it wasn't as received. I'm 42 years old, by the way.
Okay.
I was born in 81. Okay, so
that's some 80 babies.
I'm born in 88.
I'm a 90s baby.
I was born a year.
We can survive anything. We was drinking out of hydrants. Okay? We was drinking tap water. We can survive it all.
Wow. Answer my question. What was the question?
Riri, I was trying to see your question. Let me shift it a little bit real quick.
Somebody said the only thing that makes a man gay.
For those who are watching on
we didn't say it changed
Jerzee Red /Abel's page, and those who are watching on Meech's page, if for those who are watching actually that's in front of us with the extra camera, if you guys want to ask any questions, please ask them and we will definitely answer them.
Go down to the new comment.
But I want to say this. Let me ask you this. I want to shift it up a little bit.
But we should talk about like since we are black people,
Yeah.
I do wish that we loosen the constraints on straight black men. Like, let them be vulnerable, let them be compassionate, let them explore their sexuality without attaching anything to it, so they can define
Right.
themselves, and we just react.
Right. So this was Riri question before we shifted. This gonna be the question before we shift the conversation. Riri said, if a straight man wants to hit my booty a lot, should I think he's gay? No disrespect.
No, no,
No.
there's nothing to even there's. I think that's a woman thing
It is a
you
woman
that you
thing.
guys have mentally
Is that a
warped
woman
your.
asking that question?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a woman that's
it's.
asking
I
that
think
question.
that's a. I don't know if society is changing y'all's minds about that. Men been
Yeah.
fucking y'all in the ass forever. It's not a homosexual thing
Yeah.
to fuck a woman in the ass.
But you gotta also think about too.
Like, where do y'all
Booty
even?
hole gets wetter and is more grippable
I don't know. I don't know.
Then-
I can give my female perspective.
than a actual vagina. Now you have a vagina and a booty hole.
Right.
I only got a.
So
I got both too, but
for me, and when a man is adamant about wanting to have anal sex with
sister,
me,
where I'm from, this
I think it's more of a forbidden pleasure, meaning that if he gets this from me, or if I allow him to get this from me, even if I got other niggas, this is a special thing that he's getting.
Right.
Do you
That ain't
understand
no
what I'm
shit you just
saying?
wake up and
It's
do.
not a homosexual. Like, most niggas only get ass from their wife on birthdays and holidays.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's like, that's a treat to fuck a woman in the ass from a male's perspective. From a straight man or a straight woman's perspective,
I agree.
this is something special. This ain't
Oh, wow.
Tuesday's scheduled sex.
Yeah, because their body is. That's not.
Do you understand? Yeah. So
Baby, why I use mine?
what happened?
You use that.
I use both of my pieces.
And for the straight man, it could be a very dominant thing.
Yeah.
For him to be
Yeah.
fucking you from the back, and that could be a very masculine type of manly thing.
And
He
some people
thinks
like to
him.
inflict pain. It's a little bit more
Ooh.
painful from the back.
Yeah,
Ooh,
And some people like to
listen,
receive-
chill through my body.
Listen, and some women like to receive pain. So it's so many
Pain
facets
is
of
pleasure
it.
for a lot of people.
Right, that's definitely true. I was gonna switch the subject. I mean, not switch the subject, but switch it a little bit. But I actually kind of lost my train of thought for a second. Girl, y'all start talking about something else. I kind of lost my train of thought real quick.
What's the subject? I don't know.
What else
Still
was
talking
that?
about sex?
No, it wasn't about sex. Damn, I lost it. If y'all got something, go ahead. It'll come back to me.
I want the question to come from the people that's watching. What are y'all wanting to know? What are topics y'all want to know? What they saying
I'm on Facebook. It said,
I want to hear the topics. What do you
It
guys
said
want to
Keon is
ask?
greedy.
What do
Pick
y'all
a
want to
struggle.
think about? Not pick a struggle.
Oh, it's no struggle, baby. But I don't know. Just
Oh.
lately, I just been
No, I don't perceive it that way at all. You like what you like when you want it. Like, who cares?
I would say pick a side. I would never call it a struggle.
And let me say this: the side that I want, I
Riri
know.
said she tried it for the last time. It was painful, but it was nice. Period.
That part. And once you get past the pain,
Once
that
you-
shit.
Once you
Yeah,
get, once
yeah.
you get past
You
the
tried
book,
it with no
Child.
lubrication.
She
You tried
feels
it with
so
lubrication
good.
or no lubrication.
And
She
it's
feel good,
extremely
sister. Once you get
powerful
past
to
the
a
book.
woman too. Like, when you're able to take it, I'll stand up and beat my motherfucking chest. I notate those moments. Did that, nah.
And
Oh,
Riri,
that's what I was
Riri
gonna ask
said
y'all.
something.
Okay, everybody in here is single, right?
Yeah.
But in a relationship in today's society, in today's world, would you be open to bringing someone into your bedroom?
I don't know what that first part meant. In today's society and today, that don't got nothing to do with me. It's either I'm gonna do it or not. It don't matter what year I was born.
Well, the reason why I say today's
Society
society
ain't gonna
is
play a role
because
in it.
a lot of people are switching from being in a
Committed relationship.
committed relationship, and they're opening. You know, we do have things called swingers and stuff like that. But
What's
now,
the other one? Plus something.
a poly.
Poly.
Yeah. So, are you guys
Polyamorous.
open to being in a poly
No,
relationship?
no.
Those are two different things. What you just said, though, Shy. Being polyamorous, or are you open to bringing somebody in? I know a couple that on his birthday they hire an escort service.
Oh,
She get paid to come in and do her thug sizzle and leave.
Yeah, never to be seen.
Never to be seen again. So there are ways to do it with limited complications.
I'm not open to either one.
okay.
It's
What about
not
you,
even a
sister?
discussion point for me.
I wouldn't say poly. I think you bring somebody home. Say quit it though.
And I done
But
been in
you
relationships.
pay a professional though,
Right,
because
absolutely.
if you get rando last call, you don't necessarily know if they're gonna go.
Exactly.
And you
A
know what?
professional.
For me, as freaky as I am, I only want one person in my bedroom. I only want if I'm in a relationship, I only want me and my nigga. I don't
What
want
if
to
he
be
wants
up.
to experiment?
I never
He
had
believe in
nobody in my
80-20,
bedroom.
so that's a part of the
So
20.
there are no threesomes that are like nobody's
I
having a threesome.
in my relationship, I never had a threesome. Never.
Now, single, I think there's more options.
Okay, yeah.
Relationship, there's something I'm trying to
Oh, you
protect
freak.
there.
Sister, you lucky one to ask the question.
Hello.
For me, relationships, I'm
What's
maintaining.
the answer,
Single life,
baby?
might be a little bit more fluid depending on the day. Relationship, you stay out.
So you'll be open to a threesome single you.
Yeah,
Single.
maybe,
Okay.
maybe.
Maybe yes or no.
It's a maybe. I don't know. Yes or
It
no.
depends on the
Have you,
people.
have you done it before?
Have you fan? Okay. What was that
So
like?
depending on the
It was a
circumstance.
while ago.
So did you like
Wow.
it?
They talking about Keon, bring her back. She's great. They like you, bro.
Oh, yippity skippity. Next time I'll be prepared. I'll look like a person.
What was the experience like? I don't know. It was random.
Oh,
It was
So you
random.
still know if you like it?
so you never had a one night stand, but you had a threesome.
Mhm.
You don't consider that as a one night stand?
Can I? How did the
I
threesome
wasn't
come about?
I wasn't shocked that it happened. Let's just say that. I was
How
like,
did it
oh, okay, this is what's about to happen.
Oh,
Question.
Yeah.
I always tell you,
Wait,
I don't know what you got between your legs, and I don't know what nobody else got between their legs, but bitch, whatever you got, I don't want it because bitch, I don't want to be crazy. I tell you all the time.
That nigga, you got bail money.
I
babe?
tell him, I tell him all the time. I am so glad that we're friends, and I never gave
You
you.
got bail
I
money.
never gave you no
baby.
pussy, and I never gave you no dick. I'm so
Yeah.
glad
I don't like
because I don't
problems
know,
How you know I was a cancer kid? How you know
sister,
that?
because I don't
either.
know.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Them cancers. My mama was.
Let me tell you, I would never date another cancer.
No, go up.
I would never
Go
date
up
another
a
They
cancer.
love
Go
you
up a
until
little
they
bit to the
don't.
questions. You was dating a different type of person.
No, all cancers. Let me tell you something. All cancers.
No. You experienced a rare breed. Ain't nobody bum like that.
So, I got a
don't do no
question,
bullshit
Meech.
that he was doing.
So you said the single you wouldn't mind a threesome.
Correct. No. I would say maybe.
But then
That's
you
real
said you never
vague.
had a one night stand.
Never.
But you said that you're single and you had a threesome before.
Ooh, you're nasty.
Bitch, I was gonna go into it. You
Well,
just
you
said me
asked.
say that a
It's the
minute
same thing as
ago.
a one night stand because you're single.
Let me get my note.
No.
Wait, I need to start taking
You had a one night
notes.
stand with two bodies.
Yeah.
So you didn't have a one night stand.
To me, a one night stand is a pickup.
Last call.
I've spotted you out. I felt you were sexually attractive. I invited you for a specific thing. My threesome experience, I very much knew. I wouldn't say I planned it, but I very much knew when I got there
Oh, I learned
that
something new.
the vibes was given very much. We're attracted to me.
Oh, so you was on the top.
The vibes was
They
definitely
pounce like a
given.
tiger.
It was definitely given. It was
Oh.
definitely given. And I think I was like
Look at you,
20.
Lisa.
I was
So
like
let me
20.
ask you a question.
Look at
In
you.
I was
that
like 20.
Look at you,
moment,
something else.
there was a fight or flight moment, right? Once you realized the moment was turning that way.
Yes.
So what made you participate instead of flee?
What made me, to be honest,
I hope so.
I hope so.
I didn't want to walk away.
From what? The person, the
Was it
individual.
the ego thing?
I didn't want to shy away. You get what I'm saying?
Ooh. You didn't want to seem like you wasn't with, like you
I
wasn't
didn't
with
want to
it.
see that. That was the largest portion going through it.
Wow.
And then,
So peer pressure made you do it.
yeah, to be honest, yeah. And then while I was doing it, I relaxed a little bit. Okay, this
So
is
you
the vibe.
did
This is cool. Yeah, I enjoyed it. But to get it going, I felt very much
You was playing chicken.
like I'm here. Like this is what I'm being asked to do. So it was a little different experience rather than something I orchestrated. I would probably feel different.
Okay. Okay.
So it's probably why I haven't done it since because I felt like
that
it was
moment
so
was
icky.
forced on you.
It
Yeah.
was icky. It was an icky feeling.
Okay.
I get that. Bro, do you have any questions for us, or do y'all have any more
Ooh.
questions? Or
I want to ask a question because we just thought about something.
okay,
Have you ever been forced to have sex?
I have.
Physically, mentally, emotionally,
I have.
Ooh, that's a
manipulating into it? Have you ever?
I have. It made me very uncomfortable.
I never.
Somebody said, "Let me find out."
Yeah, I have. It made me very uncomfortable.
I'm a Scorpio. I can have sex every day, and I'm 51. Period. We ready?
Period.
Yeah.
Really.
I've had some uncomfortable situations that after the fact, I don't know if if alcohol or circumstances were different, they wouldn't have. I've had okay. To make a short story or a long story short,
Long story short.
I've had situations where I felt like I was taken advantage of. So maybe that's the more vague way to put it. That I was taken advantage of in the situation.
Don't be cancerous, you have a fruit of a cancer. I'm screaming.
Let me tell you something. Everybody who I
What you
know
was doing with that
have
lady,
dated a cancer had a bad experience.
I don't know anybody who dated me that could say the same thing.
Let me say this.
Even relationships that didn't work out, I guarantee you left that relationship better than when you came into it.
Where is the fact sheet on that?
So let me say
recall
this.
every
And
ex.
I'm not saying this because
Every
he's my
ex
friend.
right
I will
now.
say this.
I thought every
I
ex
will say
right
he
now.
is a good man.
Okay.
I will say he is a good man. However, I have seen characteristics in him that I have seen in my ex, and I have seen in other cancer men that he has that turns me off or turns me away.
Give me one.
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh,
that's a good
Give me the
question.
main one.
I would
Ooh,
say
that's a good question.
not
Yeah.
only that they're emotional, but they're narcissists. They're very narcissists.
Okay, wait.
What's a
I
narcissist?
had a conversation with one of our coworkers who was a straight man, very straight man.
Mhm.
You might not the one who's trying to stole this.
Okay, I know who you're talking
Okay,
about. Ooh.
and the word narcissist came up, and as a very straight man on social media, he took offense to that word. He said people just throw it around now
Y'all do.
to identify
No.
anybody's issues.
No.
Yeah.
So what do you mean by the word
narcissistic?
A lot of people use
and not
it in
be a
different
narcissist.
ways and don't necessarily know.
Let me tell you something. I feel, and it's just me. Tell me if I'm wrong,
What's a
y'all.
narcissist?
Y'all
Come
who
on.
listening. I feel that any person who does something to you and then flip it like that the problem with you that did something wrong, that's a narcissist. I also feel that if you're doing
That's an emotional manipulator.
Agree.
why would they be emotionally manipulated?
Because there's somebody who does something to you and tries to flip it like you did something, they're trying to emotionally manipulate
You're
you.
switching the logic
That's
on
called
who did who wrong.
Right. That's a smoke. What do they call it? Smoke fake or whatever y'all call it.
Smoke and mirror?
That's somebody smoking mirrors. That's a narcissist, I think. God, the word is so ambiguous now.
It gets big. It gets big.
Let's look it up textbook.
That's what I'm looking at.
Let's look up the
I'm
definition.
I'm put it on to
Okay.
put it on to
Let's
the thing.
look up the textbook.
I think personally we have become so social media privy to gaslighting, love bombing, narcissists, all these things, and they are used out of context all the time. Sometimes you're just dealing with a trash nigga. And sometimes you're just dealing with a delusional human being. Sometimes you're just dealing with a bad person. It's not about narcissists, gaslighting.
Sometimes you're dealing with an asshole.
Yeah, and we apply all these
hurt
things.
Niggas hurt niggas.
I don't know one person who don't have a narcissistic trait. I don't know one person that's not delusional. I can't say that you wasn't with George and was not delusional. I can't see how you didn't see that was a bum, or that was a lady, or that was a trash nigga. I don't know how you did not, without being delusional, that he was a husband type. That's why I'm saying I don't put labels on things because we all represent at least one trait.
Bring up the notes. I want to see it for myself and then come up with my own because I know what it means.
Just say what it means. Read it to the people.
It is extreme self-involvement to the degree that it makes a person ignore the needs of around them. While everyone may show narcissistic behavior, true narcissists frequently disregard others or their feelings. They also do not understand the effort that the behavior has on other people.
Yeah, narcissists don't have emotional intelligence at all. They have no ability to feel remorse or to feel subjected or to feel that they was in the wrong.
I dealt with that.
Narcissists do not actually like a narcissist. This is a narcissist. A narcissist will be like, "You caught me cheating on you."
And it's because you did this.
But it's because you caught me. That's why we broke up. It's not because I cheated that we broke up. It's because you caught me, and then we had to break up. They upset that you caught them rather than the action that preluded the breakup.
And I have been through that.
That's a narcissist.
I have been through that.
Or more relatable.
That's
I think we're saying the same thing. A narcissist is you went through my phone, found something in my phone,
That's
and that's your
narcissist.
fault because you
Because
went
you
through my
found it.
phone.
I have been through that. That's why I said I have been with a narcissist. That's why I said
Which
that.
I think I said was an emotional manipulator, so you might be right. They might
Yeah,
be
I've been
one
through
and the
that.
same
It
thing.
is a trait of narcissism,
To-
emotional manipulation.
Yeah, okay.
But it's also its own
It's like a family
entirely.
tree.
It's its own thing as well. But it's a part of that as well.
I give you that.
I never
You
thought I
right.
would
You
say
right.
cool.
Okay, okay.
What did I
that.
say that you said peace about? Meech just have one my cool point. Oh, okay. But no, I think, like I said, I think everybody has traits of those. It's just, to me, you have to make a decision. Is this a good person? Is this a bad person?
Okay.
Because a lot of people also, narcissists don't understand intention versus impact. I didn't mean to hurt you, but something I did hurt you.
Right.
So they'll be like, I didn't mean to, bitch. That's not the point. You
Right.
still did.
But that's all.
So
That's
they
also
don't
a
have
trait.
that mental stability to say, even though I didn't mean to do you wrong, I did not apologize for my behavior that
Right.
led to your
Okay.
unfortunate feeling. They don't have that thing where they can rationalize that they did something wrong. They only can think about your reaction to what
Right.
they did that
What they
caused the
did.
argument.
Right.
Like, I did that to you, but if you don't bring it up, we don't argue about
We'll
it.
argue about
That's what they see. They don't see their action. They see your reaction to their action.
it.
And it's also about accountability. I think narcissists
They
lack
They
accountability.
have no ability to
So
do that.
anybody who, and I think at this phase in my life, the only thing that has gotten me to this point of being a better person is accountability. Acknowledging that
Who
if
do you want to be?
there's something I'm involved in that turned up, had a negative impact, I might have played a role in that some part. And that's accountability.
also-
When people don't take accountability, you can't grow.
We play a role in who we choose to keep and who we choose to let go.
And who we choose to be.
Who we choose to be and who we not choose to be.
That part.
You also take
Accountability.
accountability for who you let stay in your life.
All of it.
I don't think that we have a real true connection to it. I did this, which prompted
Because
that
you
nigga
can't
to do
grow.
that, which prompted me to do this, and now we're in this space.
Okay, so moment of truth. I was with my kid's father for.
Oh, I got a good question.
Okay.
No.
Go
After you
ahead,
tell your
go
story, I just want to
All right.
listen.
So I was with my kid's father maybe for 10 years.
Okay.
First year was great. Maybe he had the whole D-boy vibe. He looked. I showed you a picture of him.
Okay.
Well, if y'all know how to post it one day, maybe that's the attraction. Y'all look very similar. That could
Okay.
be that. Okay. In the beginning of the relationship, he treated me like a queen.
Oh.
I got maybe caught cheating. I didn't consider it that because it was with somebody of the opposite sex and drinks were involved.
Mhm.
But most dudes wouldn't mind if they chick got with a chick.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
apparently this one did.
Yeah.
And he told me at that point, maybe we was only a year in. He said from this point on, I will never treat you the same.
Read between the lines. Okay.
Okay. He said I'll never treat you the same.
Mhm.
For the next 10 years, we were in a tumultuous back and forth of cheating on one another.
Now y'all was
Two
playing.
beautiful kids came out of that.
No, it was a tug of war.
But
It
we
was tug of
pitted
war.
for tatted for the next 10
And
years.
to piggyback off of what you
Neither
just
one
said,
of us.
let me tell you, to
wanna
piggyback
be
off
the
what you
first
said,
to say
I have been in a relationship
goodbye.
where I have went through the same exact thing.
Yes, I was at
Where-
Craig's house on the live. Yeah, that was
where it was just like a tit for tat thing. You cheat, I
Gotcha.
cheat. I cheat, you cheat.
And who
You
can
cheat,
do
I
it
cheat.
better?
And who can do it better?
Yeah,
That is
trying
toxic.
to one up each other. That's
Yeah,
not toxic.
that's-
That's stupid.
Ooh, it's toxic.
It was 10 years ago.
To
I've
me-
grown.
My definition of toxic may be different.
What's your definition of toxic?
To me, toxic person wants to love you but can't love you correctly. Somebody who's actively treating you bad and disrespecting you is not toxic. That's just a trash nigga. And I think we have lowered the standard of what toxicity is to where we have made it acceptable. A nigga cheating on you is not toxic. That's a bad nigga. You stay with that nigga, you're toxic to yourself. I think we just have, everybody has different definitions. Me personally, I know there's been relationships where I've done myself wrong. And then now I'm struggling to rectify it within myself and then rectify it within a relationship at the same time. And that's a struggle.
In a nutshell, for me, I think toxicity is codependency and allowing anything to fly because of that codependency.
I need you more than it hurts to be without you.
Exactly. And so I'm willing to
That's
tolerate
deep.
all this
I
dumb
need you
shit.
more.
Well, let me ask you this: do you think that's love?
Yes,
I don't know what love is, so I
think it's
can't
a,
define
I
it.
think it's a form
It's
of
a
love.
form of
Yes.
love.
Oh, I'm glad
People
you said that.
define love for themselves.
I'm glad you
think.
said that. I'm gonna go down the line. I'm sorry.
And what are like again? And we said at the beginning of the conversation. What
I'm-
actually are you looking for, and what are you willing to? I said this on Instagram earlier. It's not even about what your standards are. It's about what you will accept and what you won't accept.
Yeah.
What can you live with, and what can you
You
live
cannot.
without?
Okay.
Okay.
I personally think you end up with the person you can't live without.
Right.
I don't think you end up with the person that you love the most or that loves you the most. I think you end up with that person that no matter what has happened, you will circle
Let me
back.
How
ask
do
you
you
this.
even let
Let,
down the
let me
walls
ask
to
you
get
this.
to that point?
I'm glad.
To
Go
me,
answer that.
to me, I'm
Answer
a
that.
lover at heart.
Okay.
So at
Cancer.
at the end of the day, my goal
You
is
must.
to get to a point where it's forever.
So let me ask you this: do you feel that you have
You
been?
asking me?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this for everybody. Question
Okay.
for everybody. I want everybody asking, including myself. Do you feel that you have been, even though because we're all said we're single, but do you feel that
We all
you
said
have?
that.
You said yeah. We
I
all
didn't say a word.
What's
I
the
just kept
difference?
going.
Or
Well,
I?
let me say this.
So you're not single?
That was gonna be my next question.
I'm screaming. Go
Are you
ahead.
single?
Go ahead with your question,
Meech.
Keon. I don't know.
All right, we'll go ahead with your question.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: do you feel that you guys have experience with your true love?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Do you guys feel that you have experienced your
Ooh,
true
that's a good question.
love?
That's a good question. I know my answer. Go ahead. I want you to
Start
go
with
first.
you. Girl.
I'll go first.
Okay.
No.
I do experience. I do feel I should experience my true love. I do. I do agree that if I had my pick and they were still walking this earth, that is who I would be with. I 1,000% believe that.
I agree.
And I
I
knew
agree.
the craziest part is the very day I met them at 17, I knew that's who I would be with. And I didn't know nothing about love. I only see my mama and daddy fighting and beating each other up. But when I met them at 17, I knew that if life would have
Oh, bitch, you
allowed,
already cried. Woo! That is deep.
if life would have allowed us to be together, if they could get their ducks in a row, if I could get my ducks in a row, I knew that was not true.
Mm.
And we've probably been in 5 relationships in 15 years.
They're still because the way you make it
died.
sound is like they're
They
pissed.
passed
He
last.
passed
They
last year.
Oh
passed last.
wow.
He passed last
I actually seen them two hours before they passed.
They passed. Yeah.
They was leaving my house when they got into a car accident. I definitely feel that was my true love. Because no matter what happened at the end of the day, it wasn't no comparison to that feeling.
I would definitely say that I think that I have experienced my, even though me and this person is not together, I think, and he's alive, I think that I've really experienced my true love as well.
Mm.
I really feel that way. And still to this day, we're cool.
Okay.
We're cool. It took time to get there,
Mhm.
but I still think that I have experienced
It's a mental
my
illness.
true love.
Yeah.
Yes, I really feel that way.
Okay.
I do.
Sense of self-importance.
Jersey
I
Red.
love
No, I
that.
haven't.
My first love, I was 15.
Really?
Yeah.
My first
Okay.
love is still in
Can
my
I ask how
life.
old you are?
35.
Okay.
I was. This is my question.
Well, wait.
I
I,
want-
I,
let her-
I want to
go
answer
ahead,
the
go
question.
ahead. Sorry.
So it was, have you ever experienced a true love?
Yes.
So unfortunately, I think for me, my true love happened when it was my first love. So I was young. I was fresh. It was my first semester in college, and me and this man was so engaged in one another. We didn't go to class. This is when I discovered that I was a true nympho kind of like we was getting it in around Clayton State. You hear me? Our name should be on a plaque in the library if you go to Clayton State. It was getting it in that library. But I love this man so much, and that was my first anal. Like I let this man do things because I love him so much. So when it was over, I had that Tony Braxton can't eat, can't sleep, couldn't breathe.
Your soul was on fire.
It felt like he had ripped my heart out and was holding it in my face and eating chunks out of it.
Wayne said you have this show every week.
And
I agree.
I was like maybe 19. And after I had that feeling, I vowed to never, ever,
Feel like
ever,
that.
ever, ever
You know
feel
what's
like that
crazy?
again.
After my first after we broke up like that third time,
Yeah.
when I seen him maybe 2, 3 years ago, when I seen him, I felt nothing. But I knew that life would wrap around. And once I go through a couple of things, he goes through a couple of things, I get to my spot, it would be there. And literally the day before I seen him, he passed away. I reached out and made a phone call and I said, I just want you to know that one day life will happen for us again. Because he had been saying little stuff. And
That's
I was
me.
like, I was like, I don't know what it is. I don't
That's
know
me.
why I'm calling. I don't know
That's
why I'm
me.
calling you. I don't know what I'm feeling right now. I don't know what you got going on in your life. But one
So
day, I promise you, life will come back
y'all
for us.
cancers are like, what are y'all empaths, kind of, sort
Because
of?
I feel what they feel.
Yeah, my mother was a cancer, and she was kind of that. She loved you, but if she didn't, she didn't. Like,
She
till
didn't.
you
Yeah,
do right by me.
Yeah, we had that too. I've had those situations
When they were,
where like
yeah.
it's,
So
yeah.
that's
it's
a moment.
But it's
I
crazy.
cold.
Like,
But my question,
go ahead.
do you feel you've ever fumbled a good
Oh, all the time. What?
man?
Wow.
I
Nigga,
saw
what?
this on the
I'm
internet the
0
other
and
day.
30.
Do you feel you've ever
I'm gonna
fumbled
answer
a
this.
good man?
I'm gonna say
Wait,
this.
what's a good man?
Right there, you go.
A man that was doing right by you and you wasn't at a place in your life where you could treat
I
that
don't
man
want
like
to
he
answer
deserved.
that question because you know what I'm going through.
Do you feel you ever fumbled a man that was readily for you, available to you, pursuing you, but you didn't have your ducks in a row to honor what he brought to the table, and you fumbled?
I
that
will say
situation?
this. I will say this.
You ever?
Bummerisky.
Do you
I feel
you ever
that
fumbled a good man?
I feel
A
that
man
I have
or
met a
woman.
good guy. I wouldn't say that I fumbled him because let me say this. You you can have a person making you feel a certain type of way when you're with them, and then once things start to go away or things start to die down, things start to come up that they have done. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I wouldn't consider that as fumbling a good man. Now, what I will say is
To me,
that
fumbling is a good man when you've done a good man wrong.
oh, I never fumbled a
It's
good
not
man.
just
I
about
never,
y'all going into
yeah,
it's you did a
I
good
would say
man
I never
wrong.
fumbled a good man.
Okay.
A man came to you sincere, honest,
Ooh,
respectable,
child.
honest, and you cheated on him, left him, played him for another nigga. Did you do a good man wrong?
I never fumbled a good man. I never.
I mean, it's a
I
matter of
must
what's
say,
good to you at the moment. This is so ambiguous. I
That's
have
not-
a very current.
It's all
I
about
don't know.
perception.
It's all about perception,
Yes.
okay? And I feel like everybody gets something out of a relationship.
Mhm.
So, whereas
Even if
if
it
you
didn't
were
work out.
providing me with a certain service, and I was providing you with a certain service, and there was an inkling with you that I might not feel the same way,
She said a man fumbled me.
and we both receiving a service, how was anybody done wrong? It was a matter of
To me, the
as he stated, if you had a man come to you sincere, open, available
yes, Kevin.
to you, and this don't include sex,
Mhm.
because I feel like you
He did
may
you
have
wrong.
fumbled a good man based on our conversations, but you let sex get into the way, right?
bad.
But if we had a conversation, would you be able to deal or date somebody or be with somebody who didn't have good sex?
No.
And we all said no, including yourself just said
I
no.
wouldn't consider that a fumble though,
Why not?
because that was one of the needs that she needed to be for a relationship to manifest. You only can fumble something that was presented
But see,
to you as a forever, and you played it as it was a random nigga on the
okay, but Meech, right? First of all, relationships don't always happen the same way.
They don't.
Which there's a courting process, and some people can get tricked into a relationship.
Yeah, you
There's
can get
some
you
Captain
can get
Save a hoes
steamrolled.
out there, okay,
And there's
who
a
come through in the clutch when you need somebody, and instead of being a friend, they sneak in and become your man.
when they know you maybe just
You were
ringly from the last
vulnerable,
nigga, and you
or
open
were
to
in a
like.
circumstance where you needed some help, and they was like, "Well, let me help you,
I always
but I'm
say,
your man now."
I always say, and this is probably off topic. I'll always say, Mary J. Blige's ex-husband had the hero syndrome. She had just broke up from Casey and JoJo. She was just getting off drugs. She was just getting back her new album, and he came in as a good man with security, stability, and household. And she fell in love with who he was, what he provided, but not in love with him.
And you know what? I've been through that.
and he was a hero for what she was going through
Exactly.
at the time.
And some people are capable of doing that. But when the blinders come off and you're out of that circumstance
Because when he
that
started
they came in
cheating
there
and
to
other
save
women
you
and all
for,
that,
and then you realize dick ain't no good or the whatever.
well, you read that part.
I
Because he can
mean,
be
Let
a
me tell
good
you,
man at the wrong time.
I got with somebody who
or he could be a good man
I
with
got
bad
with
dick.
somebody who
That
after
part.
I got
Still
with
a good
somebody
person.
who
But still a
Just
great
can't
person.
fuck.
For his
that is
life.
true. And I got with somebody after coming out of a situation. Then my mom passed, and then here they go being the hero, and then wind up to be bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
And you
So,
end up in a whole an emotionally tied
you in a hold
relationship.
up relationship.
You didn't even
to
know you was
move
in a
the nigga
relationship.
in, and boom, here you go.
Like,
You in the
nigga, do
whole
we live
relationship.
together now?
So I'd have been in there. I'd have been there as well.
Yeah.
MJBX was a clown.
Jersey Red, you ain't said not one word, honey.
Absolutely.
I have a question.
What's the question?
Is everyone at this?
Why are you still looking at me through the camera? I'm looking at you looking at me.
Is everyone at this table single? Starting with you. Sounds bad.
Then why? Yeah, yes, I'm single.
Keon,
I'm single.
Meech.
I would say I'm definitely on my own. Single.
You're single. Is this your final answer?
It is. It is.
Okay.
I've been thinking about it since
Oh, you've been
But
thinking.
I understand him. I definitely understand you.
I think
Baby.
single
Come on,
is
baby.
taking us in the direction that I'm not really prepared to go to. So that's why I was not answering the first time. But I feel more
No.
I didn't
God, no.
Do y'all
I'll be
believe?
done tore this whole
So
shit
to
down.
me, like we said, we talk about our one true love.
Go ahead.
Do you believe in spinning the block?
Ooh, what does that mean?
Dating or fucking somebody you used to be in a relationship with?
I call it the Rolodex. Yeah, I go back to an oldie but goodie.
Yeah.
Not for sex though.
Oh, man, no.
That's
No.
a hit it up. That's a you got that call, or something like that. Spinning the block is
How
a
you let us here? We ain't got no food.
spinning the block is revisiting the relationship.
Oh, I have, and it turned out as miserable as the last episode.
I said I wasn't gonna cook tonight, but
What happened to the taco?
I think he
I'm
was
trying to
thinking
eat
about
some
talking
I
himself
don't know
off
how
the
much
market
you
for a cure call. Maybe.
let me say this.
Maybe. I don't know. Oh, maybe so.
I thought about spinning the block, right? And
But
the
I do
conversation
know.
that I had with actually I thought about spinning the block with two different people. One was the conversation I had with the person, and I had to be man enough and grown enough to say, hey, you know what? You're not ready. This is still I still see the same old I still see the old you.
Right.
You're saying to me now that you're ready, but I don't see that in physical form.
You going on a cruise?
Then going back, I went on a date with an ex.
Okay.
And when I went on a date with the ex, it was just like, I see why we're not together.
You
Yeah.
saw that on the date.
On the date.
That's a
So,
blessing. Get that shit over with quick.
I seen it on the date.
Dodging a bullet is a
That's
blessing.
a
I
blessing.
seen it on
Especially
the
the second
Yeah.
time.
And I was grown enough to say the following day, maybe
Amen.
2 days later, hey, this is not it. I will always love you as a friend. Before it says emotional connection or a
I
relationship, no.
personally do not believe that you can double back, spin the block if you have not solved or at least discussed the reason why the breakup happened in the beginning. If you have not actually come to a resolution on what ended the relationship, you cannot start the relationship again with that person.
There's also an accountability. He said, "Give me something." There's also an
You have to
accountability
know.
part first. If you haven't addressed yourself,
Yes.
your issues
What did
first,
I
it
do that
doesn't
was
even
wrong?
matter.
I've had the conversation with both of them.
But do you believe in spinning? Like I'm not saying would you. I'm saying do you believe in the theory of spinning the block?
If the work was done to do so,
Because
intravenously and also with that person, like you said,
to me,
that's a lot of work.
to
do.
me,
That's a
one
lot of
thing
growth.
about life that I have learned, I think we all have learned, is that timing is so important.
Mm-hmm.
When you meet somebody, what life cycle you're in, what stage you're in, is very important. And sometimes it's right person, wrong time.
Yeah.
I do
Indeed.
literally believe in that. Like sometimes you reach the perfect energy, but life is so complicated that two things coming together is just not feasible in that moment.
No, I believe that.
And you can revisit it when there's
And I
some
think you
growth.
revisit it when there's
When
change.
there's growth with yourself, and
But what if you guys are never on the same page?
it wasn't meant to be. That ain't that
At
person.
the same time, I also not just sustainable. I also believe in weathering the storm. I think that if you have found the person, because I know there's a lot of, especially I hate to say this, but I do truly believe people love like this. I think a lot of black women love men through their trauma. Like this is the nigga I'm gonna be with, and no matter what he does to me, I'm gonna stay with him. I don't think black men see it that way, but I think a lot of
I
black women.
disapprove. If y'all can see this now,
I think a lot of black women that I have experienced love like that, and that's what I got
No.
from my mom with my dad, and I learned to love like that. That if I pick a person and that's the person I want to be, I will weather the storm with them, and I had to unteach myself.
Oh, child, that's a lot.
It was a struggle. Because when I say niggas push the limits on what I thought weathering the storm was,
I'm glad you said that because I always said,
when I was talking about that, I was talking about
and recently, and recently, I always said that I want somebody who has been in a two-parent household, right? Because when you're in a two-parent household, you understand, as he said, weathering the storm, the ups and the downs, right? Not that saying it's always good.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's always good. However, I seen my mom and dad through ups and downs, weathering the storm. So that's what I was learning. That's
Right.
I'm sorry, that's what I was taught. But sometimes you have to break that because you will be.
If they don't teach you the threshold
of what it took, because
they don't
imagine what
teach
you
you-
saw. Now imagine what you didn't see.
Right. But that's why I think I stayed
But
in my
what I
last
saw
relationship as
told me
longer
there
as
was
long
not
as
much
I
I
did.
didn't see. And that was the problem. I was like, if I can see
Right.
this,
Then imagine the shit I'm not seeing,
And
and how
that's the shit
bad
I'm
it could
seeing.
possibly get.
And that's why I think I stayed in my last
so
relationship.
how do you
as
know
long-
who to give up on or who to have faith
Right?
in?
That's
How do you
deep.
know? How do you know
That's
who
deep.
to wait
How do
for
you know that?
and who to let go?
That's deep.
Because they may be the person.
By knowing yourself and what you want. It
I
all
think-
for me
I
is
think
about
it
self.
comes
I'm gonna answer
I'm
this
a
question.
selfish person.
We talk about a certain situation a lot.
Okay.
If I had the stamina, I know the person I would be with. But I
Stamina?
first to be able to
Stay-
ride
yeah,
the wave.
Ride the wave.
To deal with all age
To
shit.
deal with
Is
it.
this-
If I had that in me, where I thought less of myself, I could stay. But because I see myself here and I feel like I should be met here, I know it's not going to be that.
I don't think love tests you that hard.
Shit.
Love's supposed to be chemistry.
That's what it's
You-
supposed
It's supposed to be.
So, okay, let's break it down chemistry science wise. And I'm no mathematician or no chemist. But a magnet
No,
don't
we
have
need
to
it.
know it's supposed to attach to a magnet.
It just stick there.
It just stick there.
It don't have to work to connect to
What I
another
will,
magnet.
the thing about that, and I think I might give a little bit too much crutch to this, but I think as black gay men, we just we aren't taught the fabric of relationships, how to confront conflict, how to build connection.
And that's
how
what
to
women
drag it.
have that we don't have.
that.
We don't
So
have what women have.
I'll get it like a situation. We'll get into one small thing, and it's a breakup. They'll be like, "Hold on, wait, no, that's not what we do. We actually talk about it, we resolve it, we move forward."
Right.
What they were taught was we don't talk about your
Look at
issues
Skylar
and then just
watching.
move on.
Skylar watching.
I was taught that we don't go to bed mad. That's what my mom always
Yeah,
taught
yeah.
me.
I was taught
I'm
that
not
as well.
sleeping in the bed with a man that we're mad at each other.
Okay, but me not being mad at you and me liking you are two different things.
That's very true.
I cannot be
Somebody
mad at you,
wanna
but I
come
can
in.
still.
But for me,
And ask the question.
No.
I'm gonna drop the link. Somebody. Oh, don't edit yet.
you said all that?
Oh,
Oh, Skylar is over there. Oh, hey, Skylar. But no, like, so to me in my relationship, I just feel like we don't have enough conversations about what is your goal for this relationship. And I think that does have a lot to do with knowing yourself. Because there are some relationships that, hey, I'm just dating right now. We fucking. That's what we're doing. We having a good
do
time
you
and
think?
fucking.
Do you, now you just said two different things. Do you think fucking is dating?
If you and one person are only fucking each other,
No, that's
and y'all
not
staying
dating.
with each other,
Not
and y'all
dating.
going on dates, y'all going traveling, y'all building something, y'all having a good time, but essentially y'all not building forever. So y'all just fucking.
That was a whole lot. That's two different things. If you fucking somebody, y'all
But
just
that's what he
fucking.
said at
If
first.
y'all doing all that other shit, y'all dating. Those are two different
But
things.
but there's some people that's not
There's some
dating
niggas
for
who come in
forever.
between windows of time that you have available.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Y'all
But some
are
people
just
aren't
fucking.
dating to build forever. They're dating because
It's called
it's a
at this
temporary.
point, you say I'm dating with intention, and you let that be known. You can keep it very vague when you enter the situation. I am dating with intention.
So let me.
I think our
What are you
community lacks.
doing?
I think our
What are you
community
doing
lacks
now?
that intentional part, though.
But you don't have to know what the end all is. The intention is to take it to the next step. The next step
But
don't
what
have
if
to
the
be dating
intention is
marriage.
what if the intention is to get through this year with somebody? Can that be an intention?
Let's start a weekend. Let's start 5 pounds at a time. Let's do like
Because
let's get through the end of the
like we
week.
said earlier, my normal may be different from your normal.
That is true.
Okay, what
true.
set me free from everything in life was
So
to
let me
not
ask
have
you this.
expectations from
Hold on, let's
anybody
get this
about anything. If you go into any situation without expectations from other people, you'll be so much happier
You'll
and
never
free.
be disappointed.
You'll never be disappointed. If you do something out of the kindness of your heart because you wanted to do it, not because you had an expectation that it would reciprocate to you or get the response you wanted out of somebody, you'll be at peace and it'll come to you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You have expectations out of people that this is what I expect out of this, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I received
I received that, and I agree.
That's but I'm real chill on shit. Like I don't be caring about stuff. So I might be the wrong person.
No, I think that was great advice because I think a lot of us be disappointed
when you
because
have
we
an
have
expectation.
expectations that people can't live up to. And then when we don't receive it, we blame them instead of us having that false
Having the
pretense of what they
expectation.
thought it was.
When you loan somebody money, don't expect to get it back. You listen.
Don't loan what you can't
Don't
give.
loan it out
That's my
and you
daddy
expect to
said.
give it back.
Don't loan what you can't live without.
So
That
let me ask you guys this: what if you get into something, right, and you say, "Hey, we're going,
the same issue every day.
we're going into this with no expectations, right?" And then what if the expectations start to come up? How do you get through that?
Well, I mean, to me, I have initial expectation, like, hey, at some point, I'm as a person, as an individual, as a 35-year-old man, I'm looking for a relationship. That doesn't have nothing to do with you, but I'm just letting you know what I'm looking for in my life.
You're dating with intention,
right?
That's
now,
not expectation. You put I'm dating with intention.
I'm dating in my life. I'm dating with intention. So if you're coming to me, you're dating somebody who is intentionally looking to build a relationship.
Okay.
So if you staying here, it tells me that you understand the basic requirement for being in my space.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
So at that point, you do. We're all in a corporate sales environment. At that point, you do checkpoints or pressure points.
Where we at?
When you get to that point where you feel like, all right, we went in this relationship with intention. We both had that in common. Now we at another level where things feel different. Let's do a checkpoint.
Where are we at?
Where we at now?
Okay.
What are your intentions now? Not necessarily what are my expectations now. What are your intentions now? We both came into this knowing that we wanted a relationship. We got that.
Right.
Next level. Next you
got
to continue to do those pressure points. If the vibe's still weird, check the vibe.
I say that because I never understood. This might be changing the topic, but I have never understood straight people, gay people. I have never understood how one person proposes to the other and they have never had a conversation about marriage. I just don't get it. Because I see a lot of people on social media say if a man proposed to a woman and she say no, is the relationship over? I say no because why he proposing to a woman that he don't know?
Gonna say yes and
why you should know?
I agree.
Why are you proposing to a woman who you don't know wants to marry you? Because I believe that when a woman say yes, she feels a relationship ready. When a man proposes, he feels he's ready. So I'm just saying, like, how do y'all get this deep into the threshold of that fabric of the relationship and not knowing where your partners stand or what they see about y'all?
Have you ever been proposed to or engaged?
I have, but it was a moment of desperation. I was on my way out the door.
Oh, they tried to save the relationship with proposal. That is crazy too.
Right?
Have you ever been engaged or proposed?
I've been proposed to.
Have you ever been engaged or proposed to? I've been proposed to.
I've been proposed to.
I've been proposed to.
And then what was the set the mood?
So for me, my engagement was I was with this man. I was engaged to a man actually. He on his 30th birthday he proposed to me. My mom knew, my dad knew, everybody knew, right?
On his 30th birthday.
On his 30th birthday, I threw him a surprise birthday party. Right? No, it was a surprise birthday party. He didn't know nothing about.
I've been
going
married.
into it.
You still married or you?
At the whole party, when he was saying his thank yous and thank you for everybody for coming, I'm sitting there lost as a goddamn goose, and he sit down and gets down on one knee and say, "Hey, will you marry me?"
Did he have a ring?
He did, bitch. I'm sick of the
So
ring.
it was planned.
Wait. Who proposed to you?
My first, Adrian.
Adrian proposed to you. Okay.
Adrian proposed. I was 21. He was 30.
He proposed to you at 21.
21.
And you
going on 22.
said,
And you said,
Yes.
why?
wow.
You felt the pressure?
How long were you together?
Me,
Young love.
me and
Infatuation.
Adrian was together a total of 3.5 years, going on 4. However, it was a backstory to this
Not
man.
East Side Meech.
I met this man prior to, and we lost connection. Being young and fast, and then we crossed paths again.
How much distance can you have to marry somebody at 21? What you mean by 12?
He said young and fast. We don't know how young.
That's what I'm trying to
and
get.
how
12?
fast.
Like what?
I met him at a very young age. I lied about my age at first,
Okay.
and then we crossed paths again.
21 and 30 is a difference.
Child.
That's a worldwide difference.
Yeah,
So you bamboozled this man anyway.
I didn't bamboozle
You
him.
did. You said you
No.
Hey.
Look, somebody, they keep saying open up the line.
What's on the line?
I'm gonna drop the link.
Laugh.
This is the link for those who want to come in.
Yeah, if y'all got questions or stories.
Yes, but I will say, and this is why I tell everybody, I have lived a life, and I'm not saying I'm going to check out tomorrow, but I have lived things that
No,
people who my age haven't experienced.
I say the same thing all the time.
I have lived, and let me tell you something.
Y'all live
I
multiple
was,
lives.
let me tell you this, I was a person, right? In matter of fact, I think, yeah, I was a person who was 21, 22, 23, 24 as a young person, a manager, a general manager in my career. I was get proposed to a person who I was already
Keon
established.
put that young butchie cat on that man, and he
I
had to pay
had-
off the market.
I had everything that I ever wanted. I
Yeah,
had my house in my name. I had a car in my name.
But you ain't had no life experience.
But I didn't. No,
to
I
know what else is out
Exactly.
there. What's
No.
not
I
out
had a
there.
passion.
21-year-old me versus finna be 30-year-old me is two different people.
Options,
sure.
However,
options
I
are
felt
available
at that time that I have dealt and lived with things that people who would never was at my age at that time
And then
would
40
have
gonna
dealt
bring you
with.
some shit though. Kenyon, you can't Kenyon. What? Who calls you that? I don't.
Keon.
Yeah,
Me.
everybody calls me Keon. You're the only one person who calls me by my other name because you know me from her.
Ah.
But
But I would say for me, I would say my engagement thing was very much planned out. It was very much unexpected. It was very much beautiful. It was very much
Wait, you said planned out and unexpected. How, wait,
because I was
it was planned
receiving
out
it.
by him.
Yeah.
Unexpected by you.
Yeah. So it was a moment I'll never forget.
Okay, that's a beautiful.
It was a moment that I truly felt loved. Like
what did you say?
I said yes.
And then
I said yes because I was in
you were in the moment.
The arena.
The infatuation of everybody was there, and there was a whole
Yeah.
layout, and there was a card. Walk this way, and here notes. Go through this way, and like it was like a whole thing.
and you said no.
But
You said yes in the moment.
I said yes.
But the
in
answer was no
moment.
in your
Riri, I'm
heart.
coming.
But in here, I when I opened the door to walk into the restaurant, I knew it was not. But I have never felt pressure like that. And I've been molested. I've been raped. Like I have never felt pressure. Like everybody's family there, friends
Oh,
there,
that's deep.
phones out, like, will you do this? Like there was even multiple rings like to choose from. I have never felt love like that, but I have never felt so sure that the answer was no.
She's lovely. I'm gonna pencil that because I'm no therapist, but I have been in a therapist. To know that you just mentioned 2 instances, rape, proposal, and you never felt more pressure in the proposal,
Mhm.
which should have been the happiest moment.
Mm-hmm.
So your emotional trauma is more impactful to you than your physical trauma.
Mm-hmm. Definitely so.
Somebody cut me a check. That was a moment.
That was a
That was
moment.
at least 8 years.
Emotional things definitely. I can because I can recover from physical pain. Emotional things takes me a long time.
And I
to
would
work
say I
through.
agree with my friend on that.
Work
Yeah.
through.
Physical things that have been through don't
Yeah.
come
Less impactful.
are less impactful than the emotional. Because when it's emotional, you have to.
I can't escape it.
Yeah, you can't escape it.
I
You
can't
have to
escape it,
gather
but-
yourself. You have to get yourself back together to physically
While
to
still-
move on. To move on. Emotionally, trauma is crazy. I don't think it's nothing like emotional trauma.
I don't think so either.
I don't think it physical
But,
trauma.
okay.
Physical trauma hurts you for the moment, right then and there, and you get over it. But emotional trauma,
I was.
it's
Can I raise
different.
my hand on that one?
Yes.
And I'm gonna say this.
I was 23 or 24. He said, "How old were you when you proposed to me?"
Let me look and see.
How old was he? He was 27. So I was 4 years younger.
2017.
23, 27.
I said I was 20. I was actually 23. We got in a relationship.
It was.
But I
I
was
would say it was
21.
very
We
beautiful.
got in a
though.
relationship.
It
But I was proposed
very
to
But
at
even more
23.
difficult to say yes and no to at the same time.
I want to be.
That's why I said earlier. Sometimes, and
This is deep.
and I
This
don't want.
is
I don't
real
want to. I don't want to derail the
Yeah.
conversation.
I know when
but
I'm
I will say
quiet.
that
I haven't
sometimes
been through none of this stuff before.
I
in
feel it. Go
sometimes in this community, you don't like we talk about the 80-20. Sometimes you have to realize 70 can equal to 100 to some people. 30% of somebody can equal to 100 because people are. There's so much going on. In
It
the
is.
community.
It is. That's true.
And I feel like in that situation, it was the perfect everything except the person.
The person.
Well, shit, that's a big part of it.
It was
The perfect
he
everything
had
except the
the
person.
stability. He had the common sense. He had the man. He wanted to provide the life. He was loving. He loved me in my love language. It was everything. But when I looked at him, he was a nice looking man. He wasn't ugly at all. Physical fine. But when I looked at him and I was laying next to him, it was just like I'm still laying by myself.
And you know what? I feel that
It
because
was everything. And I felt so bad the day that I
So
told
wait,
him.
there was a physical attraction.
There was a physical attraction,
Okay,
but it
'cause sometimes
wasn't
that
to,
can-
it wasn't to the point where like if he left, I missed him.
yeah. And you know what?
And one day I had to tell him like,
This is not it.
and it took a couple of days to build. I remember a couple of days building up to it.
Yeah, that's a
Okay,
hard.
today.
That's a
Okay,
hard pill to
today.
swallow.
Well, no one wants to be the villain.
But you know what? For me, this man who proposed to me, I thought was everything that I could not live without. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like if
That's a good point. I just want to mention. Sometimes where we're at in life tells us that that's all that we can.
that's all we
to.
can aspire.
And years
That
later,
part.
Yeah.
you realize that's literally the bare.
Yeah, the bare minimum. Because let me tell
Somebody
you,
loving you is okay.
You said
you was
Respecting
what,
you, valuing you,
23?
I was
appreciating you.
I got with him. I was 21, but we got proposed at 23. But
You
because
okay.
because you know you have, like you said, you know, we had the house, we had both had different cars, 2 and 3. Like you would have thought a bitch was selling dope. I swear to God, because we
It
had
looked good on
it
the
looked
outside.
good on the outside,
Looked good
but
on
coming
paper.
in on the inside, it was totally
I
different.
really
And
did think
this
so.
person said to me, "You know what?
You
I-
said that in flow.
I
know. I
apologize
didn't really mean it
for
like
being
that.
verbally and emotionally abusive to you."
Abel is
At
quiet.
what point?
At what point?
Did
Because,
this happen? Did they? From
because
the,
let me
from,
tell you, you know, I called the engagement off because on our anniversary we got to fighting, and I
you
said
said fighting like
that-
y'all was fisticuffs?
fist fighting.
Yeah,
And I
gays-
said
the
for
gays fight.
for
Yeah.
me, I don't want to
They
be in
fight
no
back.
relationship. If I have to put my hands on you, if I have to call the police, I don't want to be with you.
The
Y'all
last,
that is-
fisticuffs then?
Oh, bitch, we fight down.
the last strike for me is putting my hands on you.
Nico said emotionally trauma is one of the huge reasons that causes us to treat our significant other wrong. Cheating, being guarded, and bad communication. I want to add Riri in real quick because I know she's
I
been
gotta
waiting for a
take some.
second. Riri, are you there?
I'm here. Hi, Keon.
How are you?
Hey.
I'm good. It's so good to hear you again. You know, I was in Atlanta with you and Craig, right?
Yes, yes.
And so, first of all, I want to say I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad that you came on tonight because we have been missing you, dude. We have been missing you.
Yes.
and love from Chicago.
Oh, nice.
And man, I am so elated and excited about this panel tonight. Like, I'm just, Meech took me on a different level tonight.
Oh, thank
And I'm
you.
like, this Meech from crack, sometimes I be like, okay, Meech. But
Thank
tonight I'm like, wow, okay, Meech, in a good way. And I love you all. I do. I loved on you in Atlanta, Keon. And tonight, I promise you, I was like in my little space. I was getting ready to go to bed, and then when I saw, you come on my live, I was like, oh my God, Keon is on. So I popped in, and I'm so
Mm.
glad I did. Not to be long winded, because I can be.
Go ahead,
And
go ahead, go ahead.
shouts out to all the Craig people in the chats and all my good people. But I am so grateful that you brought a young lady on with intelligence. She's beautiful. She has wisdom. She brings such an amazing, great points to the panel. Great job. Kudos to you, young lady. And so I was asking questions in a jokingly way, but also wanted to say this. So this is my dilemma, right? And I think Meech or you had brought the topic are your first love. So I was
Yeah.
15 when I found my first love, which is my best friend's brother. I was
Oh wow.
15 and he's 19. He was my first crush when I was 15. So all of these years, he has been my crush. And we going throughout, he never knew that. Like my life expanded, his life expanded. I got married, he got married. And then we rekindled a few years ago,
Hmm.
and this is where I am right now. We tried a relationship. It was up and down. Then we broke up. Now I'm at this place right now that he wants to come back into my space. And
Hmm.
I don't know if I want that. And so Meech had said something that was so powerful. And it was about like just living life and doing what you think, like not just kind of going with the plan all the time. And so my question to you all is, should I give it another try or should I just dismiss it?
Hmm. I. You guys want to go? Or you guys?
Let me ask you this, Riri. How do your heart feel? What do you feel deep down inside?
I love him to death. And Meech had said something about loving a person and like circling back around. You
I,
said
I,
something, Meech, and it was so powerful. Like,
I
you know
totally.
that person. I'm sorry, go ahead, Meech.
No, no. I totally believe that timing is so important, and,
Absolutely.
and I believe that to me, if you are a lover at heart, you'll always be open to finding the one true love you're supposed to be with. Rather that's at 20, 40, 60, or 80. So I say if if you can if you can sleep at night knowing that he is not your man, then don't spin the block.
I missed the question.
But
Wow.
if that keeps you up and you're wondering what if, I always say explore it until you know. That's
Yeah.
how I personally feel.
Is
But
it Riri?
yeah,
Yes.
this is
I
me.
missed the question, and I'm a female on the panel, so I would kind of like to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She was
So,
She's saying that she feels that her first love that she met at 15, she's 40 plus.
okay.
They tried a relationship a couple years ago.
Okay.
And now he is in a space where he wants to try to re enter her life in that space again. She wants to know, should she entertain it or not?
Um, I mean that's very vague, but
He's mine.
entertain.
No, it's good.
So I'll say this. So when I say entertain, okay, so this is the thing. We actually dated. Like we actually tried the dating thing and it's amazing. Like I know we are meant to be. I do. But I
Okay.
just think like egos got in the way of us in our spaces and we broke up.
Okay.
But it's so crazy because he has gone on and dated someone else. I've never dated anyone since him. Not
Mm-hmm.
that I didn't want to, it's just that I've never got into that space, right?
Entertain it.
I
Right.
think
So
I
he
think
got into some entanglement thing. And now he doesn't want to be in that, and he's trying to come back into my space. So my question to you and the panel is, should I entertain it again, or should I say no? You keep going on, and I need to find someone for me.
Meech, stop shaking your head. That's ambiguous because it seems
Ooh.
like he's in a space right now where he's in between that what did she say, the situationship, what did she say?
Yeah.
He's in between
Entanglement.
the entanglement and wanting to get out from it. So now you are a safe space.
I was just gonna say,
But wait,
there's a
Meech, hold
difference
on. But
between-
she also said, I feel like he's the one for me.
Yeah.
So, like you said
Oh, I'm
earlier,
sorry, I'm sorry.
it's bad timing. If she didn't feel like the rebound, then it would be a go.
This is a hard one
But
for
is he
me.
using
Yeah,
her
I
to-
am not your double back for
But
life.
why does she feel like he's the one? It's not. But if he got all this shit going on, mama, and you still feel like he's the one,
It's
there's
a-
something
It's
else
something.
there.
It's something else there.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but it
feel
also
going-
could be a moment of self-reflection of why am I still available to something that's not
Right, exactly.
Okay, well, this ain't the time.
That's
Work on he.
it may not
Wait
be
for
a
him to get
time.
out that shit.
But what I'm saying is there may not be a time.
Okay, so then
And
the answer
you
to the
should
question is
speak
right
for-
now the right time to entertain it? Then no.
Are you open to always being available if he's available?
No, and I'm not. And trust me, I'm not trying to be
But the
available
fact that
for
you asked
him. But he
that
always
question-
makes himself trying to come back into my space.
Okay, are you
really is
capable?
something.
Wait.
So is your question more about his intentions, or is your question more about your actual place in that situation?
My actual place in that situation.
So you're not questioning if he's using you or using you as a rebound, correct?
No, I know he's not. I absolutely am not questioning that. I absolutely know that he loves me and I love him. Trust me, it's so much deeper. I can go on and on, but I'm not for time's sake.
Oh, right.
I just think
I
just
personally
think-
would say entertain what you can enjoy.
What you can enjoy.
That part.
Yeah.
Whatever
I like that.
you want to see, call him up and
If
see if he's available.
you want to know the answer, is it him or not, entertain.
Right.
Because me personally,
I agree.
even if I fail at a job, a promotion, a relationship, whatever, I would rather know
That
that
you
it wasn't
tried.
supposed to work.
Correct.
Never have what if.
If
But
yes.
hello, wait, but entertain it on your time.
On your terms
Correct.
as well.
On your terms and on your time. As you're saying, don't be available whenever hop, skip, jump,
Yeah,
last minute.
I'm
Can we
not
go
the
here?
place-
Correct.
I will say this,
I'm
Riri.
not
You
the
have
place
to know
setter.
what you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept,
That-
right?
Yep.
And you have to know is it going to be something long term or short term? If you're going to play with it and stay in the moment, or if you're going to look for something to exceed and go further than what you're dealing with at this moment. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Once you get to a certain, I don't want to say certain age, but once you get to a certain life experience,
Yeah.
I got less playtime with you. Bro.
Yes. Yes.
Right,
yes.
and I'm 51. I'm proud of my age. I'm 51, and you're right. I have no time to spare.
What we doing, bro?
Yeah.
Because
What we doing, right?
my days and stuff start. I have lived more life than what's ahead.
What's ahead?
Correct.
So I have
Amen.
to start making decisions that are very impactful to the days
To
to
the
come.
to the days to come.
And what's
yeah.
her, what's her name again? Riri?
Really.
Yeah.
Riri, I say this too, so it must be in the universe right now. I have prayed God. I didn't make any New Year's resolutions, but what I did ask for was going into this new year to deal with situations with more humility and less ego. And I heard
Correct.
you say something about y'all had a lot of ego going on, and I think that
Yeah.
a lot of people
I think it destroys a lot. Not just it destroys a lot of relationships, it destroys a lot of people.
A lot of
People.
So they walk into
So-
a relationship destroyed.
already with a wall built up, ready to protect whatever. So with that being said, I feel like you're already in a good space and walking in the right direction, acknowledging the fact that ego plays a major
Plays a
part
major part.
in things being one way or the other.
Yeah.
But and if
Yeah.
before we go, if it matters, the comments are saying spin the block.
Oh, that part.
The
You
comments,
said what? What'd you say again?
the comments are saying entertain.
Oh wow. Okay.
Take a second
The
chance.
people in the chat are
On
saying,
her time.
but yes, thank you for this question. I think it's a valuable topic, but the majority of the people say give it a chance.
And it's up
Okay,
to what
great.
you want to, and remember this, it's up to what you want to do. You can't listen to what we're saying on the panel or what they're saying in the comments. What you feel deep down that you want to do is what you're going to do regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Only you, because only you gotta live with that man.
That's right.
Only you
Yeah.
gotta sit next to that man. So at the end of the day, it's on you. Be accepted to what people are seeing that you're not seeing, but at the end of the day, it's on you to make that final determination of where you coming from.
Yeah.
Correct. Thank you, guys and
Thank
ladies.
Love you,
Thank
you.
you
Riri.
so
Thank you for
much.
all the support. You will
Good
be seeing
luck.
more of me.
Y'all have good
I
If
am
luck.
it
back.
work out and he got an uncle, call me.
I will, and I'll see you on the cruise, Keon.
Period.
I may not be on the cruise, but you'll see me soon.
No,
Possibly.
oh my God.
Yes, you'll see me
Sidebar.
soon, though.
Sidebar.
We'll talk soon, okay?
Thank you, Riri.
But we'll see you soon. Thank
All
you.
right, bye.
Thank you all. Love you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Because I think y'all, I think what she's really getting to is there's a lot of people who have put it like we tell ourselves a lot of things.
No, for real.
I will not spin the block. I will not get married before 30. I will not be in a relationship before he got $1 billion. Like we tell ourselves a lot of things. And I think we should just relax on a lot of our prerequisites, I'll say, before life.
But you know
Having
what?
no
A lot of
expectations.
that deal boils down to how we've been raised, what we have heard, what we see on social media, and what we are what word I'm looking for, what we are
Precondition.
receptive to.
yeah.
What's your precondition to
Yeah.
receive
What
and
you
want?
know is out there in the world.
But
Right.
is that you until you internalize what you really want?
But
Those
people
are outside
people as a society,
factors.
us as a person have to understand we have to learn what we're going to do for self, not what and not
Yourself.
care
Walk into a
about
situation
and not
whole.
care about what people are going to say about our situation. This is our story. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people go on about what I may say. Oh, I'm not going to talk to him because what my friend may say,
Listen,
or
I'm
what
saying,
may you may say.
listen, I don't listen. All my friends, family in the world can be against the nigga that I choose. I don't give a fuck about that. I'll take y'all's opinions. I'll even vent to y'all. I ask y'all for advice. But at the end of the day, if I want to go against, I want to be with a nigga and none of y'all like him, I don't give a fuck.
I've had the opposite. I've had everybody who was like on paper, this don't make no sense. Why you don't want to
I
marry
have
this
that
man?
too.
I don't want no resume nigga. I do not
I
want
have
a
had
resume.
that too. Well,
I want to see it in real
see,
time.
as a single mother of a particular age, they
that's
they
different.
seem to think that my situation is a dwindle. So if somebody
Because
comes
they telling
through,
you to pick from the slim pickings
exactly,
instead of finding your true
I'm
love.
not with
No,
that.
I'm
Oh,
not
no,
with
ma'am.
that.
I'm
No,
not
ma'am.
personally with that. Guess what? Get somebody else's.
I'm not with that. I don't believe in settling.
And
But
that's what.
but
Yeah, that's what it
but
would
you
be
know what? A
settled.
lot of people have to get to that point of that
Because a
settling.
lot of people don't understand what set. There's a lot of people that have unrealistic expectations. So if you ask them to take something off the list, they call that settling. No, you're being unrealistic.
Unrealistic.
At your core.
Yeah.
You're being unrealistic at your
Because
core.
do you check all those boxes personally?
I always say this to my friends, and I tell you this all the time. Does your dream man or woman want you?
That part.
I have a lot of people who be like, I want him to make 7 figures. I want him to have a $180,000 car. I want him to have a house that's paid off. I'd be like, but would that man see you as an asset or a liability?
Ooh, and we talk about this shit all the time.
There's a lot of
liability.
there's a lot of us who think we just because we us, that's enough.
That's enough.
But why would that man take on you when he's in the caliber of somebody that can just match him trip for trip, bag for bag, cash for cash, respect for respect?
He wouldn't.
Why would he want a liability? So we have to be realistic of where we at and what's available.
Here's the thing, and I've had to take the self-reflection myself, right? If I want a particular thing, I'm gonna have to put myself in a position to be desirable to that particular thing. That requires discipline within myself. I got a couple of extra pounds. If I want 6 feet and a 6-pack,
what is 6 feet and a 6-pack attracted to?
They might think
a lot
realistic,
of us,
and I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Some of them like a chubby, thick woman, and that's fine too. But what I'm saying is to go out there with that expectation of somebody, and you don't have that same expectation. You have to be realistic. Now I'm a fly bitch, so it can happen for me.
Right.
But
are you attractive to your type?
Yes,
exactly.
Yes.
I think our type is a reason why a lot of us are single. A lot of us are attracted to things that are not attracted to us back.
That is true.
That's why we all want Chick-fil-A on Sunday.
What goes back to you?
I'm not attracted to what's attracted to me.
Because you attract a lot of butch queens
What does that even mean?
A bush
He-
queen is a
is a
masculine
man-
and feminine man at the same
at the
time.
same time. But
Give me an
he
example.
like just like
Keon. He masculine some days and feminine some
And
days,
feminine
and all
some
at the
days.
same time.
And they're not attracted to you?
no, but he likes DL men that's in the closet.
Right. So the men that like him is not his type.
Right.
The men that like you.
Yeah. He like the
It's
men
not
that like
his
him is
preference.
like me.
But you like a more like
A thug.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thug.
he
that
runs
don't
on the
nobody
street.
know like men.
Yes.
Yeah. Good time.
Why do so is that well see that's a whole nother segment because
It
then
is,
we would have to
that-
get into
that
all the
disclosed
semantics and
part
shit.
is an
So they
attraction.
so the more in the closet men like the more physique gym situation. Because I think you get it, but that don't
A lot
matter
of
in
people
this
like
particular
Our
conversation. I
community is
guess.
very vain.
It's very bang. Very.
That's
It's a very
and
vain.
that's a whole nother conversation because y'all want so much acceptance from the outside world and cut each other.
Because the self validation do not be there.
So that's a whole
The
nother
self
conversation.
validation, the home does
That's
not
right,
be there.
baby.
So it's
Our
all
type will
looking
keep us
for
single.
Yeah.
our type will keep us
Our
single.
type will keep us
I say
single.
that all the
Hello.
time.
Look at me now.
Don't you say that because I'm dealing with that
Are
shit.
you?
But you know
are
what?
you attracted
And
to
I
what you're
say this,
attracted to?
and this including myself. I want all my friends to experience. I want all my friends to experience true love, and I want all my friends to be in a happy relationship. I want that for my friends. Like I just said to him, I want him to experience and be in a relationship. I want that for him.
Yeah.
But he has to when he has to
You have
open
to
his
manifest
he
it.
has to open his horizon. He has to broaden. You know, he has to be more broad.
But just remember that he may not feel that that's what he's ready for. Because, like I said at the beginning of the conversation, there is nothing worse than praying for something and not being
ready
and
for
not
it.
being ready
Praise
or being
the
able to
Lord.
maintain it once it comes to you.
I heard in a service recently, and I want to make sure I get it right. And I'm not an advocate. I just started going back. Pray for me, y'all. That it continues. He said something like, "What is good for praying for God for abundance, and He give it to you, and you don't have the discipline to keep it."
Yes.
I hear some of the worst stories from people who hit the lottery.
Yeah, because they don't have good money management.
They didn't have the discipline. They didn't have. Their family tried to kill them, or everybody are using them. You got to be careful what you ask for.
no.
If you don't have the fortitude,
That's why I said earlier in our conversation, I have never prayed to God for a relationship, for a job, for promotion, for anything. I have prayed for Him for the strength and the mental stability and discernment to keep whatever He brings my way.
You
I
posted
say
something
that.
That's a
earlier.
good
I
prayer.
pray
though.
for what I want. I ask God because that's what.
I don't
he's
ask
there
him for
You
jobs.
posted something earlier on your page, and I didn't tell you about it, but I read it and I received it. And I said, "Thank you, sister." You posted something on your Facebook saying, "Whatever you bless me with, bless my tribe a bit, bless
whatever.
my support system,
Bless my friends and family
Yeah.
too.
And
Whatever
you know
you
what?
bless me with,
I was
bless my
sitting at my
support
desk,
system.
and I said, "You know what? Thank you, sister," because I don't have to say what I am in your life or what I'm in your life to these people, but I know because of the conversations there. I know
The
importance
value
that,
is
yeah,
present.
yes.
You don't have to
So
speak
I
value.
said to him, "Son," I said, "You know, thank you, sister, because that is everything I need. That could have just been everything for me."
There is no good at being the only. There is no good at being the only blessed one in a herd of cats.
Yeah,
Because now you're not doing nothing but creating dependency, codependency, and liability.
yeah.
That's a
I
tyrant.
want to sit at a table with 12 bosses.
A round table.
You in healthcare, you in education, you in hookah, me in finance. We all at the boss of what we do.
What
So
we
when
do.
we come together, y'all know when I'm coming to y'all at 5 or 6 o'clock, y'all know the day I've had.
Mhm.
Y'all know the white people I've had to be around just to survive in corporate.
Mhm.
So when I get to y'all, I don't have to explain my basics. I can come to y'all and be like, man, I was sitting in a meeting today. It was 2 hours and they was just on my back. Y'all get it. I don't want to sit at a table. I'm the only one making money. Be like, damn, I got overhead. I got payroll to do. I got 7 employees that didn't show up. I want y'all to know what my life
what the
is
structure
like.
is. Yeah.
I don't want to have to take 2 hours to explain to y'all and then tell another 2 hours about what I've been through. I want y'all to sit at the table and have the same experience.
Yeah.
It don't gotta be in the same field. We don't even gotta be. You could be a director. I could be a VP. You could be AVP. Whatever. But we all coming to the table saying we've had a structure that we come from.
That we come from. Yeah, I get
I
it.
can't have a person sitting at my table that don't have their own table. I want all of us having an individual table, and then we go out on drinks on Saturday when we all had a hell of a week, and we all can talk about our experience. I don't want nobody sitting at the table looking for that experience
Yeah, yeah,
of
yeah.
sitting at the table with bosses.
With
I want to
bosses.
sit at the table with people who bring in an education, a resource, a fundamental reason for being there.
Yeah, yeah. No, most definitely, most definitely.
And I
get
think in
that.
our community, not to be negative to our community, 'cause I love our community, but I think there's so many people whose presence, validation, reputation is based upon their connections to people who actually get to it.
Okay, I disagree a little bit for the simple fact that I don't think somebody has to have the same experience to add value to your conversation or to your table. To your table.
No,
I would invite somebody to my table who didn't have the same credentials or the same day experience because they could add in a different way.
they get out of perspective. But what I'm saying is that a lot of people are rooted in Nietzsche.
I get what both of y'all.
There's a
saying.
lot of people that are rooted in taking away to find a way to make it out of them. Like there's some people I know that can come around me because they know that other people are going to be interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
So they're coming around because they know that the niggas that they would want are going to be
I
around
would love
me.
you around me.
Is that a gay community thing? Because I don't have here's the thing. I'm not on social media and Twitter, none of that shit y'all deal with anyway. So it could just be a now thing because I don't care if nobody like what I have for breakfast.
No,
I don't care.
it's not a gay thing. The only reason I say this is because I have a lot of straight male friends, some famous, some not, and there's a lot of niggas who will flock to a popping straight nigga because they know the females are gonna flock to that nigga. So they try to be little bro and big bro to that one nigga.
Yeah.
They try to be big bro or little bro or OG to that young fly nigga because they know the bitches is gonna come to him and they gonna be in the flock to be able to be around.
And that's if you're a scene. It seems like if you're in a certain scene, if you're the average, the regular, it doesn't seem like you would have to deal.
But in Atlanta, everybody is.
Everybody,
it's a mixed thing.
It's a mix.
Not a separated
everybody
the
wants
highs
to be
and the
that.
lows.
Yeah.
Everybody co-mingled.
Everybody here wants to be the it girl or the it boy.
I can go to Finn's like last week and sit next to Nardo, Wick, the rapper.
Okay.
Or I can go to Lil Baby restaurant in Quavo, just happen to be in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We all are in this thing.
Yes,
so it's no real separate. Like if you go to Hollywood or something, maybe in Calabasas where Will Smith and them is at, we can't get into Calabasas because we ain't qualified.
Right.
We ain't got the bank account. But in Atlanta, we all intertwined.
We are intertwined. And me and you talk about this all the time, how me and him know different celebrities, and we be sitting at the same table just like how we are sitting here now. Mm-hmm. But we treat them just how we treat everybody else. And we'll treat nobody else, we'll treat them the same versus an average person, and not saying that we're not average, but the person who are not used to seeing that.
You're not starstruck.
We're not starstruck. They be like, oh my God, we are the Joneses, bitch. We're not trying to be the Joneses. Right. We are the Joneses. And I hang with people who think on that caliber. I don't want to be the it girl when I'm already I'm all the it girl. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's about self-perception. I don't
but
go
I also
out
share with him as well too. I tell him all the time, this is the reason why we don't enter certain rooms, because when you're a person who naturally people gravitate to, whether you're famous, whether you're not famous, whether you're just a regular person for social media or whatever, you're just there. People gravitate to people who have good energy, who have good spirits. Not everybody who you're around accept that or wants to be like that.
That's not like a personal problem now. What
they
got to do
but you
with
have those people.
You have those people. Well, what does that have to do with you? Your light is your light.
You're
not supposed to dim your light for anybody. So if you walk in a room and everybody's attracted to you, that's what you was put here for.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
So that's not like a personal problem to me.
Always.
I've never been starstruck, and I go out very seldomly. Now, when I do go out, because it's Atlanta, and I've been going out for about 25 years, when I did go out, I still see some of the same people, and I still see celebrities. Or I'll go to with T.I. and them things. I'll stand right next to T.I. and watch a football game.
Yeah.
With the head nod. I'm not stars, and they appreciate that. They got so many people up their ass on a daily basis.
They love normalcy.
They like just a head nod and a keep it moving.
Yeah.
Because they want to feel regular.
So what time do you cut the Meech
Huh.
Mm.
When
me-
you recognize
to me,
they a
I-
leech.
Yeah, but
That
there
part.
are some people who like to hang with a lead. There are some people who need a
So they no
plus
longer
one
serve their purpose.
It's a validation part.
until they have somebody to replace them.
It's a
Right now,
validation part.
Until they
I
have
know
somebody
about
to
people like that.
replace them. Me
it's
personally,
a validation to
It's-
have the leeches.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
to
Who
walk
needs
into a set with
validation
6
from
or 7
leeches?
niggas behind you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know
gotta
so
get
many.
outside.
I know so many people. I'll just say this for my community. I know so many people. Like we just went to the club on Sunday. There was probably 15, 16 sections in the club. I know so many people who only it was one person that paid in the whole section. There was one person that contributed, but they didn't mind it because they liked being the only person that was ahead of the snake.
Head of the thing.
You
Yeah.
better run me my cash out.
I know so many people who love Elite because it makes them feel powerful. It makes them feel in charge. It feels them the HBIC or HBIN, whatever you want to call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well then who's the leech? Because they get something out of it. Too.
That's what I'm saying. There's a codependency when you are insecure within yourself that you need the other
That-
person
that
to make
part.
you feel better as
That
a
part.
man.
Now,
That
now
part.
who's the leech?
That part.
That's why I
We
say
deal with a girl.
rappers, football players, NBA players that deal with a woman who they picked up from a strip club or she ain't got nothing but a housewife. There is a codependency there. They
Yeah.
need her
Yeah,
for a
it's an equal
specific
For-
person.
for- yeah.
Handle my business calls, handle my children, handle my off-season activities. Let me go and make the money.
Yeah.
There's a codependency. So we're both leeching off. It's just that you have the finances to cover
To cover.
to keep us
Right.
afloat.
That part.
There's a codependency happening
sure.
at all times.
No, I
I
definitely
think
agree.
when there's any type of relationship exchange, there's some you got to be getting something out of it.
I
or you
don't
wouldn't
mind a
be doing it.
codependency. I just would say don't ever leave your life in my hands. 'Cause
Ooh.
that's not something I want to take on.
Yes.
At least have a bag. I don't care if your bag is not what my bag is.
How's somebody life in your hands though?
But
Let me tell you, it's people who have that.
live separately.
Yes.
Oh, that's not your life in your hands.
Don't make it to where I am have your emotion. Let me I literally just had this conversation with you today. Let me add to your emotion. Don't let me be your emotion.
Be emotional. Yeah.
Have some shit going on
For
in the
yourself.
Okay, but let's say this. Let's say you end up in a situation where they ain't got shit and it's over. You feel like it's over and it's over.
you
You gonna feel bad about kicking them out or whatever.
Yeah.
That's their journey though. You might be preventing that individual from their growth.
I never want to be the reason somebody is stagnant. Now there's a
but
difference.
that stagnation
Let's
could
say-
be their level up in life. How do you not know
I never
that?
want to get away from somebody's karma. That's one thing I have, because I have noticed there's some people that have a bad spirit about them. No matter what you bring to them, no matter how much empathetic you are, no matter how much, they are just bad energy, period. So I would say this: if you get into a relationship and they have their basics together, they can eat, sleep, and clothe themselves, and then something happens where they lose the ability to do one out of three or the two out of three, stick with that person. But to me, I would never, and I mean this is I'm not a vain person at all. I love everybody. I would never date a person that don't have their basics together.
Yeah.
If you can't feed yourself, clothe yourself, transport yourself, or put
Yeah.
money in your own
But
pocket,
them
I
niggas
would
got
never
bus
date
stops.
you.
No. But
But they can transport
they
themselves.
have to transport themselves.
They can feed themselves. And they can clothe themselves.
Yeah.
Because listen, I lived in DC. None of us had a car. I lived in DC. We all was on the metro. But I'm saying if somebody can't function as an adult, that's not a person you date. Now, if somebody, life is going to happen. If you get with somebody and they lose a job, laid them off, or they got a settlement or at car accident, okay, cool. But if you walk in the door empty-handed, there's nothing that I personally
for sure
can do for you.
I understand.
Now, if you lose it, I'm a ride or die nigga. All right, I got you. Let's put the plan together. Let's figure it out.
Let's figure this shit out.
Let's get a LinkedIn profile. Let's do some shit. But if you come empty-handed to my doorstep, my door is not open. Because I cannot take on liabilities from what I have experienced in my
and
life.
I would be offended. I just told somebody this evening I was offended because they were used to me doing things for them on an administrative level. A lot of straight men want you to be their assistant. They think you their personal assistant.
Yeah.
And they ask you to
people
do
get
something.
comfortable in
Yeah.
that role of
can you do
you
this?
can
Can
do
you call
this.
this? Can you da 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 da?
or you got it, so why can't you give it to me?
Like
that.
You know you
Yeah.
got it in your account. Why can't you give it to me? You know
I
you
was very comfortable telling that individual, I'm offended. I'm not your personal assistant. You're an adult. Do it yourself.
and me personally, I'm not your father, I'm your man.
or your mother or your administrative
But
assistant.
I'm gonna end with this. A lot of people get that twisted.
Misconstrued with
And
love.
yes, yes. Whether you want to play the mother, whether you want to be the daddy, you're my
Or the
man.
secretary.
You're my woman.
Because like I said, like I just said, I'm adding to your emotion.
Add value.
I'm not creating it.
Y'all not
I
kidding.
didn't birth you, and then now I'm responsible for you for 18 years.
Yeah.
I'm adding to what you already got. You're already clocking in and out. I'm just taking you to the next thing.
I'll wrap this up on my part to add to what you just said. I hope he'll never watch this, but the time I knew that it was time to leave my children's father, and I never ever wanted to be a single mother in my life. I don't have too many fears. That was my biggest fear, and I have 2 kids with the same father.
Mm-hmm.
The time I knew that it was time to get our son, our daughter was 4, our son was 1, and I stepped back and I said, I don't want to raise 3 kids. The 2 we got, nigga, and you. And that's when I finally was okay with dealing with my biggest fear of being a single parent. Was when I knew I wasn't gonna tolerate raising a grown ass man.
That fear will keep you there.
Yeah, most definitely.
And sometimes I've learned that they'll stay. One thing I've learned is that they'll stay even when they want to go, as long as you'll stay.
That's when the proposal happened. Remember I said when I was on my way out the door?
Niggas
when I had that 1-year-old and I was like, yeah, no.
Even if you ain't who they truly want,
out of
they'll stay as long as you'll stay. Because some niggas are in survival mode for life, and that's something you can't break them out.
They call
that is crazy.
Wait.
A lot of people love in survival mode.
The term is a hobosexual, which is a man who will sleep with whoever you got to sleep with to keep a roof over his head, and that's a hobosexual.
Or stability in his life.
And you got plenty of men out there with nothing but good dick to bring to the situation, and plenty of people who will deal with that and pay all the bills.
And there's certain people who is okay with that,
and they'll keep the household running.
Buckham's supposed to survive.
But it's an even exchange. You getting something and he gets something. You want good dick, and he want his bill paid.
I have a couple friends that play professional sports, and I always say to them, you want a bad bitch, there is a price. You want a young Miami, there is a price for that. I tell them all the time. You
want a D boy with all your bills paid, there's a price for that.
There's a price for that.
You want a married man, there's a price for that.
There's an even I won't say it's even, but there's an exchange in every exchange.
And I think you just have to be comfortable with yourself to knowing what it is that you want. Have there been times I dated somebody that was in a relationship? Yes. Have I dated somebody that was married? Yes. Have I dated somebody that played special forces? Yes. But I knew, just keep yourself in mind, keep yourself in check. Just do what you need, do your shit, and keep it moving. Yeah. Don't have life expectations on temporary shit. Yeah. And sometimes we confuse ourselves by somebody so consistent that we think that means stability.
Also be comfortable with telling yourself you're trash.
You're trash. Yeah.
I'm trash. I am doing this.
I'm in my fuckboy stage.
Ass moment.
I'm in my fuckboy stage. Yeah.
That's
some people don't tell themselves that, so they be like, "I'm a good person."
No, nigga,
I just was having this conversation.
Right.
Somebody was telling me something. They was just like, "Oh, I do this, I do that. I'm a good person." I said, "You don't make people feel good. You take from people. You don't pour back into people. You have a toxic attitude. You're very needy. You're very selfish. Why do you consider yourself a good person?
You're trash."
They was like, "What do you mean?" I said, "I just laid it all out for you. If you can't receive it, that's on you. But I just want you to know the rest of the world don't view you as you view yourself."
And that was right. But I want to thank y'all for just coming on. I know tonight was like a special little get together.
Yeah,
I will be recording more. Like I said, I have a new computer. We got different things going on. Y'all ain't seeing lag not one time tonight. But like I said, coming into the new year, it is going to be more different panels, more different fun, and just more elevation. So thank y'all for coming out tonight. Thank y'all for just tuning in, because I didn't post anything. I just clicked the live button. Yeah. I did that on purpose. I didn't want nobody to know that we was going to come on, and it was a good interaction and everything. So thank you guys for just coming on. Brooke, girl, you becoming my girl. Girl, you becoming my girl.
I think I came here to eat tacos. Right. Still ain't had no tacos.
Right.
Get one of the
I like a corner. It's cold now.
But thank y'all so much. So until next time, we'll see you soon. Bye.
Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart. Yes.
I told you we ain't using that no more.
You got another intro? Did you come up with an intro?
I think I'll give it a shot.
All right, well, let's see what you
What's
got.
going on? It is your boy KeonStafford.
And I'm Craig the Writer Stewart.
And this is your official invitation to our Patreon video.
The link is scrolling right here. It's patreon.com/Craig and Keon.
Get on over there right now and hit the link and subscribe to our channel.
It's for all of our exclusive content. You're not going to see it anyplace else. So join now. And if you want to join mine, it's patreon.com/Craig the Writer Stewart. Bye.
David,
Say bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.